Misfits, and welcome to the Misfit Adventurers podcast, a TTRPG podcast where our group of friends sit around and play some of our favorite games set in our own homebrew settings. I am the Dungeon Master, Amanda, and I hope that you will join us and enjoy the stories we have to offer. So, my question for you guys, we, as kind of aside from Joe, have the rare treat of having experienced multiple beginnings and endings of campaigns, something that most tables don't have the luxury of. So, my question for you guys is, what do you like more, the beginning of a campaign or the end of a campaign?
Oh.
I'm going to answer a different question, which is, what is harder, the beginning of a campaign or the end of a campaign? And sure. I think both are very difficult. I think ending a campaign can be a lot harder because the expectations you yourself set up for what it should be can be really hard to meet. Even if other people aren't putting that on you, and it can be hard to just tie everything up and make it feel hard but satisfying. So I think ending a campaign is quite difficult. So that's my different question while y'all ponder on yours. So who wants to go first?
I will.
Oh.
So I don't know that I have necessarily an answer to this. The beginning of a campaign is so fun because we're getting to know each other's characters. We're figuring out our characters ourselves. We're coming in and we're all bright-eyed and hopeful and we're
bushy-tailed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's a totally different feeling to the end of a campaign, which kind of is a little bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because you're saying goodbye to these characters that in our case we've been with for 3 years now that we've come to love playing and so it's such an
emotional
sweet feeling laying those characters to rest as far as us playing them and letting them exist out in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably like endings a little more, but it's a bittersweet
yeah.
Because I like seeing how far we've come from that beginning and what we've accomplished. It's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will piggyback and say similar things. I do think the beginning of a campaign is so whimsical and just it's so fresh and exciting. I love that. And it's so cool because we're getting to know each other's characters, but we're also very quickly, because we're more experienced with some of the things you throw at us. Mm-hmm. We quickly are putting plot, pieces together and stuff like that. And it's and you realize you can't do so much because you're, a smaller level, lower level. But I think the end is so satisfying and fulfilling, and I've been so so jittery all day, but
oh my gosh, you're telling me.
I know
I logged into Zoom 40 minutes ago and I've just been sitting here oh my god.
That's so silly. But but no, it's just there's something so fulfilling about the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Of course. Oh.
I definitely prefer the beginning.
Yeah.
Just because the end means that I have to
Say goodbye.
no longer play this character.
Oh, I
You
know.
know? Like, I like having so much unknown, having a lot to figure out, having, the beginning of a campaign feels like there's a lot of opportunity. And the end of a campaign feels a lot like it's like certain things are inevitable.
Right.
And whatever happens and that's it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
For sure.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
In terms of enjoyment, yeah, absolutely. It's the beginning. It's all new, right? All new to us. We're trying to figure each other out. Like Emily said, figure ourselves out as characters. And especially with this group, I don't personally, I've never had the, knock on wood, I haven't had the experience yet, which I haven't met a group of individuals where I can't have the opportunity to spend a Sunday evening with you nearly every Sunday, nearly every Sunday of the year
Right.
for the past 2-3 years for this campaign. And to me, like, and to answer your question, it's always the beginning. It's always the new beginnings to me that are most fun because we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It's
and
all
of
that
course,
untapped potential.
yeah,
It's that,
yes.
sense of wonder. Like, oh, it is good.
Oh.
Casey?
I think I'm a little bit of a cop-out answer. Okay, well, so y'all know I love to read, so like I'm sort of comparing it in my head to like finishing like a series, like I love I really love the characters that I create, and like I really love Ronan especially, so it's hard to say goodbye. And like there are series that I have put off finishing because I don't want to say goodbye to the world, and that's kind of what this feels like, like. And it's great because we get to keep playing in Aurelia, and like there's so many characters that we get to see again, but like I'm not going to be like heralding her story anymore, and so I cherish the endings, but I think I enjoy the beginnings more because it's
I'm like
more optimistic.
legit gonna cry. I never
I'm
cry
already
in
like
games.
tearing up. It's fine.
Just wait. We're not the end yet. We're not the end yet.
All right, Joe. I'm sorry.
You said I couldn't answer.
It's your first campaign.
So I'll say I kind of echo the same thing as what Casey said. I have the hardest time starting the next book in a series. Like maybe not the last book, but going from like book 3 to 4 in a series is tough for me because I feel like you have this climactic ending to the book, and then it kind of is slow at the beginning of the next one. So I think I prefer the endings because we have all this exciting
momentum,
action happening. Yeah, and then it's kind of, it's fast initially for like session 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But then it kind of gets...
I lull you into a calm sense of security.
Exactly.
So that when level 5 comes around...
I was about to say, and then...
I can pull the rug out from underneath you. Yeah. I have a formula.
Quite.
Well,
sure.
So relating it to books, like, I don't think it's a secret that one of my favorite series ever is the Simon Snow Carry On series. And
what? You? No.
What? And when Joe's like, I've never heard of this book in my life.
I was gonna say like Harry Potter.
Same,
I mean, it's not that rough.
Finish your thing.
When the first book came out, it was for a long time the only book, and we weren't expecting another book. And so like the excitement of the second book coming out was huge, the beginning of that new book. But then the third book, the way it ended, was kind of disappointing. And I want another because I feel like it didn't solve all the issues and tie up all the loose ends. You know, so it's like.
So what you're telling me is for the next campaign, I really gotta stick the landing. That's what you're telling me.
We've got to get rid of
I'm
Dietrich,
saying.
At some fucking point.
Only if it's the last one.
So
You know?
it's my
Only
intention.
if it's the last one.
I'll go ahead and say this, but it's my intention. I've said it to y'all, but so we had the last campaign we did was set in Aurelia, and then this campaign has taken place about 50 years after the previous campaign. The next campaign is just 2 years down the road. Same world, timeline, etc. It's my intention for these 3 campaigns to kind of connect and kind of close this sort of section of time for Aurelia. So, yeah, next campaign is book 3 in the series, and the pressure's on.
Well, here's the thing. It's not all up to you to tie up the loose ends.
It's true.
It's up to us.
That is true. That is correct. Okay. Well, I think we've put this off as long as we possibly can.
I'm gonna start crying already.
Last we left off, you guys returned to the material plane, witnessed the reunion between Escher and Zephyr, and then learned of 3 oncoming attacks for some major cities in Kadath: Edgewater, Alamthir, and Pelamari. Arthok has seemingly escaped the prison and killed everybody there. You know for sure he has Mortimer's magical manuscript of messaging, and he has warned you that these attacks are coming, and he noticed that he was missing some things and has asked you to meet him at the island and return them so that he can call off these attacks. You all had kind of one last quiet night after divvying up your allies to send to these various cities and help them. And last we left off, after a long rest, it is the morning, and you guys have the amulet of planes, and we're about to use it. So let's pick up right there. So what are we doing, guys?
I'm gonna lose it. Well, I assume. Okay, there's something I thought about over this last week that I'm like, but I guess we'll do it when we get there. That's fine, because we're taking our whole ship, right? Or no? Is it just
Are
us?
are we leaving the ship to fight?
Okay.
You were
So-
leaving the ship to fight.
Yeah.
So this
the
has to
amulet
happen.
probably wouldn't. I don't think the amulet could take it. Yeah.
Before we go, I would like to pull Allie aside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say, hey, I'm not sure. We haven't really discussed this yet. Did we discuss Allie's? We haven't discussed where Allie's going, right?
I
don't remember.
think the intention was for him to stay with the crew, but I guess
With
it hasn't
the crew?
explicitly been stated.
Okay, it hasn't. Okay, good. Because I didn't remember it being a thing that was said.
I think he said
And I'm
goodbye to you
sure-
last session.
Okay, so he did.
Y'all had a night together.
Okay. Well, we would have discussed. I would not want him to come with us because if he dies there, he can't be brought back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that was stated plainly and
Yes.
in English words.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can go. Shut up, Joe.
That's funny.
Must not have been a very memorable night together.
Get over it. Shut up.
Okay. Amulet of Planes. I believe this does require a intelligence or arcana check to use. So
So not me.
And not
Not it.
I would love to do that for the party.
It's probably the best
Probably
idea.
do.
Voodoo.
Probably.
Maybe a little bit. Okay. I don't think I have any inspiration. So 18 plus 9 for a 27. How's that sound?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I said he needed inspiration.
Hey, you know.
Easy enough. Easy enough. So you are able to travel to the plane, the far realm where the island is. And I guess the question is, I don't think normally you would get to choose where you end up on the plane when you use this amulet, but where are you guys wanting to come in on?
Oh,
You rolled
okay.
so high.
as is a great roll. I just don't know where this guy's gonna be. Like, because I had it in my head that we were gonna be by the flame, but that's like
I think
deep
that's what we
in.
talked about.
So
I think it would be best if we came in not necessarily where the flame is, but like after all the water that we had to maneuver through to get there.
Yeah. So like
So the big
just outside of the last
flame
water pool?
is in the, y'all walked through the jungle and went through
Oh, was
that
that
door,
through
and
the
that's where
jungle?
like the big one is.
Oh.
I guess after the
Mm.
water was the first time we fought
Yeah,
John.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the first
Okay.
time.
My bad.
no, you're good. You're good.
No, you're
It's
good.
A lot.
Maybe like in the jungle close
The
to.
cave mouth.
The mighty
Yeah.
jungle.
The cave mouth. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, where
The
Hopefully
lion
there's no
Cthulhu
lion.
sleeping.
sleeps tonight.
I mean, he does.
And hopefully for the rest of
Mhm.
time.
It
Eternity?
fits syllable wise.
It does.
Okay, then with a whoosh of magic, you appear outside the cave mouth on the island in the midst of this jungle, and instantly you just you're like, man, I did not miss this place. Yeah, there's just that feeling of dread, that feeling of being watched, that uneasy kind of just aura that just emanates from this whole location.
Can I use the compass to see direction for Arthok?
Oh, it's pointing straight inside the cave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figures, but just confirming.
So the plan was to throw the cape into the fire and then just kill him after. As a refresher.
Either that or to kill him and then throw the cape into the fire.
And to see if that was enough.
Yeah, before
Okay.
he could regenerate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it takes a little bit.
Time.
Benji, is Pancake summoned, or are you gonna wait and summon him later?
I think I'm gonna wait and summon him later.
Oh, because of
Okay.
Yeah.
potential uses. I see. Yes.
Cool.
Or he was summoned, he's just currently in his pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
get
he's
you.
we want him to be the 8th or whatever.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
understand. So, you're outside the cave. You know Arthok's in the cave.
I'm
What are we doing, guys?
I'm losing my goddamn mind.
You seem to think that we want to go do this.
Yeah. Do we hear anything?
I'm gonna have Orlana cast her pass without a trace that she gets once a day.
Ooh, that's
Smart.
right.
Very smart.
And I think we should try to sneak in to maybe try and catch him off guard. He knows we're coming, but he doesn't know when.
Okay.
This is true.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Then let me get a group stealth check from everybody in the party.
We
That's
get
plus
to add
10.
10 with pass without a trace.
Thank God. That
Okay.
was so bad.
Does
You're a
that
rogue? Question mark.
does that
It's
matter
bad.
for nat ones?
Hmm.
No. That's not much
Hmm.
worse than that.
Okay, I see a lot of numbers coming up.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta do that, otherwise I'll forget.
Oh, do you want me to
yeah.
just type it?
It doesn't matter to me. I see a 30. I see a 23. I see a 33.
Or
see
Alana?
a nat 1 for 15. I see a 26. What about Orlana?
Orlana got a 28 and Isla got a 41.
28. 41. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 41?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus
I got a
Christ.
16 plus 15 plus the 10.
Oh.
Good God.
I'm
Wow.
so glad you did pass without trace, because I got a 3.
Here's something that's like just so hilarious. I actually rolled perception for Arthonk. I rolled a 4.
Yes.
So
He got distracted.
not great. So I will tell you guys that you, as you're creeping through the cave and up to this room where you believe Arthok is, you are coming up to. So when you venture into this cave, there's this room where this where one of the obelisks is, and like right in front of it is this brazier with this flame and stuff, and then right behind is the door to where Cthulhu is, and that's beyond, and there's another obelisk inside that room. So in this first initial room where this brazier is, you see Arthok kind of waiting, but he doesn't seem to notice you as you kind of creep towards this room. And there are some like skeletons that are also here. It seems like he is waiting for you guys, but clearly hasn't noticed you.
Oh, good. This is perfect.
Okay. I say we just do a round of attacks on him. Surprise round.
Okay. I have Channel Divinity preserve life, but also turn undead. Shall I save my Channel Divinities for preserve life, just to prepare for the absolute worst? I feel like skeletons aren't a huge issue at this point in time.
I think we can take them out.
I think they're, unless they're beefed up skeletons,
which they probably are, but I think we'll.
I'm gonna move you guys to the map.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh boy.
You will recognize this map. I have added a fire to it, so that you can see that. Also, I did put in some invisible barriers. We were kind of walking all over this place, even places that aren't like walkable. So I've put in some barriers so that it's more, realistic.
Amazing.
Okay.
So, is everybody able to see?
Yes.
The
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
Mine's just still focusing, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
there
y'all
goes.
would just not creep any further than like,
Oh my
4 or
gosh.
5 squares in, that's
Okay.
fine. But you can place yourselves anywhere like horizontally along the map.
Can I get control of Orlana real quick, please?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Okay, I have to look at the spell.
Hide over here. And I think she's gonna hide
Done.
over here-ish. It's 4 in.
Why don't we go on and roll initiative
Okay.
and get that done?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we will
Ooh, that
from
guy's gotta go to die jail.
Oh my god.
Same.
This
Did it just-
is
Did it roll 2 nat ones in a row?
No. Did yours?
not to
Yes.
make
No.
everything feel very
Yeah.
penultimate and stuff, but this might be your last initiative roll for the campaign.
Woo!
Yeah.
Nat
Uh.
1.
I got a very middling roll,
Yeah.
You know, all things considered,
which could be worse. Could be worse.
pretty okay. Pretty okay.
Put it in chat.
Never happened.
Okay, so this is
Wow.
She did so bad.
Okay, let me
Why that die had to go away.
add all my turns in. This is crazy. I can't believe this is happening right now.
yeah.
Me neither. Yeah, Joe, you need to put that dice away. You don't need to use it again tonight.
No, here's what you don't understand. I've rolled all the bad rolls, and I can only go up from here.
That is the gambler's
knock on some wood or something.
Love that optimism.
That's.
Could you hear me knocking?
No, but I appreciate it.
How
I believe you.
though, Joe. It's always an individual.
Oh, it always is? Always.
Yeah.
Always.
It's always an individual roll.
No
1 out
dice
of
is
20.
No dice has ever gone from rolling bad to good before.
I'm just saying that's not how like statistics work, right? It's always a 1 in 20.
You
Oh, do I have
obviously don't
everybody on
believe in the
twice?
heart of the dice.
The heart of the cards.
No, the dice.
Duel.
Duel.
If I get a how are you doing this, I'm dueling Arthok.
Deadass.
Okay. Isla.
Oh, am I first? Shit. Okay,
I'm
sorry.
asking you what you got.
Oh, I got a 21.
Sorry, I don't have chat. It's hard for me to have the map and chat up at the same time, so...
No, that's fine.
I got a 21.
Darren.
I got a 15.
15. Cool. Chi.
14.
14. Revan.
5.
5. Boots.
21 as well.
21. Ronan.
10.
10. What did Orlana get?
A 7.
7.
That's why that dice got
That's
put in
kinda
jail.
crazy. We got 3 people with 21s. Isla and Hoots, what are y'all's dex mods?
My dex mod is +5.
4.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Let me change my music.
The skeletons got a 21 too? Shoot.
Yeah, I know. It shocked me as well.
Shoot.
I was also surprised. My gosh. I don't even fully know what to pick here for
Pick
our
wisely.
music. I mean, this
No
is a
pressure, but
big,
this might be the last time you get to choose
Battle music.
encounter music for the rest of the campaign.
for the rest of the
No
campaign.
pressure, but
This one says unholy, which feels like it probably.
wow.
You should just sing the background music for the rest of the battle.
Next campaign is just like poor covers of real songs.
Hardcore covers of real songs.
So. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna let you guys kick this off. And it is against my better judgment.
But we appreciate
the clarification.
So, I'm assuming you guys want some sort of coordinated effort to kick this off, yeah?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Okay. So, what's everybody doing?
I would like to cast Beacon of Hope straight away.
Okay.
And just to get that set up, I think, if memory serves me, that y'all have to be in range as I cast it, but after I cast it, y'all can just do whatever. So, that is what I would like to do.
She's casting Beacon of Hope.
Isla,
Isla, what are you doing? Sorry,
I'm
just sort of
planning
go in
on
order.
attacking, with my crossbow twice on Arthok, and if it hits, I'm planning on using my special effect with
You know
the
what?
crossbow.
Let's just go in turn order. and let's just go through that
That's
way. That's
good idea.
probably
Yep.
the
Okay.
best way to do that.
So
So
I'm
Isla,
gonna-
you are at the top of the round. So deal your attack, do your damage, and all that jazz. Assuming you hit.
I think I probably do hit 16 plus 14, 30 to hit for the first attack.
Yeah, that hits.
And then the second attack is going to be 32 to hit.
Yeah.
So,
Can't believe
okay,
I'm
so
giving y'all a surprise round right now.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
was a mistake.
That's insane.
D10, which I didn't take right now for some dumb reason. Do this one, and then another D6. Let's do this. Nope, I'm not doing that damage because I am gonna do something else with my hit. Okay. So the first attack does 22 plus 7 is 29 points of piercing damage, and I'm going to cast a silent spell centered on him.
Silent spell. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot you had that.
Okay.
And then my second attack does 9 plus 7 is 16 points of piercing plus 3 poison.
Sorry. Is the silence? What's the radius of that? Like, let's put a thing down.
20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range.
Awesome.
Keep in mind, any creature or object entirely inside of the sphere is immune to thunder damage,
Yes.
and creatures are deafened while entirely inside of it. So,
Hmm.
if you got thunder damage, do something else.
Cool. What? And did you do both your hits and stuff?
Yes, my second damage was 16 points of piercing and 3 poison.
To be clear, thunder is not lightning, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
Lightning.
Those are
Lightning is the the
Just-
electric. Thunder is like the sound.
Just cover my bases here.
No, you're so
Boots,
good.
what is what are you doing on this shocking surprise round?
All right, I will. Okay, so Hoots is going to move.
Mhm.
Let me just measure this one more time so I can go.
Isla, did you want to?
Oh, and then I want a bonus action hide. Yes.
Perfect.
13
very
plus
nice. I'm such a nice person.
15 is 28.
Okay.
Oh, and didn't pass out trace still active?
Oh. Yeah, 38. Thank you.
All right. Man, crazy. All right, Hoots.
Okay. So Hoots is going to move right here. Hoots is going to cast Hour of Reaping. And that's going to be each creature within 30 feet of you that can see you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened until the end of your next turn. That's going to be a 15 wisdom save.
Oh shit. Okay.
Y'all are reaping
So,
is here.
2 skellies and
Okay,
Mr.
the
Fox.
skeleton above you succeeds. The skeleton
Okay.
below you fails. Is Arthok in that too?
yes,
Okay.
should be right within 25. He's at 25 feet.
Arthok succeeds.
Okay. If that's the case, I will then move into this skeleton right here
Mm-hmm.
and go ahead and get 2 attacks on it. First is a 23 to hit,
Yes.
as well as a 25.
Mm-hmm.
First attack does 16 piercing.
Okay.
Second does 17.
Yeah, that guy is dead.
Perfect. And I think So I moved. Let me just make sure. I moved from here over here to right here. Okay, that is all my. That's my turn. That's my turn.
Cool. Cool. We're in surprise round. Darren.
Okay. Just to double check, I don't think I do, but do I have an inspiration stone?
You do.
Oh.
Hang on, yeah. Claudia, Casey, Bigler, Joe, Carol. Yeah, you've got one.
Cool. In that case, I am going to, where's the 40-foot
Oh no.
sphere?
Oh no.
I'm going to cast slow. And I'm going to use my inspiration stone to impose disadvantage on Arthok.
Okay. What kind of save is that?
Wisdom saving throw, DC is 19.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 19. Okay. Skeleton first. Fail. Arthok. Arthok, wisdom save. I'm gonna choose to succeed.
Okay.
Okay. So it was worth it to get the start getting the legendary
To
resistance
burn
down.
it. Yep.
Then I'm going to move. Yeah, there. And I am going to give Bardic Inspiration to Orlana.
Okay. Chi.
Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit just to make sure I can get Hoot still. At least that much, but I probably need to do just a tad more. Alright, now let me just double check that I've got everyone. Everyone. Zoom out some more, that makes this easier. Okay, so yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay. So yes, I'll do Beacon of Hope. As a reminder for everyone, this is advantage on Wisdom saves, advantage on Death saves, and any healing, you regain the maximum number of hit points possible.
Do they just have to be within this range when you cast it?
So
Do you have to stay within?
The spell doesn't mention it. It says this spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range. For the duration, each target has advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. That's all it says.
Okay.
So I would assume it's at the time of casting.
Yeah, I would assume so as well. Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna put
So that
little
is
dots on everybody.
Sure.
So that we remember.
I'll do my best to try to remind Joel as well.
Yeah. Cool.
So that I think is just all I'm going to do this turn.
Awesome. Nope, I can't give that to the bad guy. All right. Ronan. You are
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I have a feeling you'll choose to succeed on this, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Yeah.
Let's try to blind Arthok.
Mm-hmm.
And can I use my stone for disadvantage as well?
You can do that.
On save.
Just using up all those stones, aren't we?
Trying to use up some resistance.
I mean, this is the last
Con
session.
save.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Oh wait,
Okay.
Sorry. That I read the wrong thing. What's the DC?
16.
16? It's a 16. It's a very
Ah,
different.
dang it.
Very different.
Still succeeds though.
Yes.
Okay. We're in the chat.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay. Then I don't think I can do that because I already cast a spell. So I will, I guess, hide for next round.
Yeah. Roll that stealth check.
Cool. Oh, and let me make sure I read this right. I took Skulker when I went up a level, so I
You
think
have
I gained
advantage
on
stealth
hiding during
checks.
combat. Yeah.
I took Skulker for the character I was in the game I'm playing in.
That's a great.
It's
Super
nice.
Super
You also
nice.
have like
Okay,
blind sight for 10 feet, which is
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yep, and there was something else too. Oh, if you make an attack roll while you're hidden and the roll misses, you aren't
Yes.
spotted.
Exactly.
Great. I got a 28.
Very nice. Wonderful roll. And that completes your turn?
I think so.
Okay.
Not that you might have needed to, but like, did you add pass without trace with it?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did need to. So.
Or Alana.
Okay, she is going to also attack Arthok. Shocker, shocker. Oh, sorry,
Crazy.
I accidentally moved that. There. No. Look,
I got it,
it's
man.
fine.
I got it.
Thanks.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to move it.
I'm worse.
So she's gonna attack.
Okay.
Oh, that would have been a crit for me, but it's not for her. Oh, it's fine. It was a 19 plus a ton of stuff. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
I forgot to say. Okay. Let's put things together to make numbers. Wish I could do math. Okay. And now I need to look and double check what all these damage types are.
It doesn't help that she also rolls like 6 billion d6 for sneak.
I know.
She gets 8.
It's a lot.
Oh, I didn't. That's not 8. I only rolled 6.
You can roll 6. That's fine.
No.
Yeah.
And one of those is piercing, so one of those wasn't even her sneak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 3 more. Sorry. Okay. 3, 5. That's another 10. This is the lightning. Okay. 35 plus 7 is 42, plus another 4 is 46 piercing plus 2 lightning.
If you pay attention to Zoom, people are helping you.
Oh, really? I'm staring at her character sheet because I don't know all her damage types. I'm sorry.
Okay, how much was that, sorry?
46? 46 piercing
46.
plus lightning.
Plus, how much?
2 lightning.
2 lightning. So 46 plus 2?
Yes.
Or is the total 46?
46 piercing plus 2 lightning.
Okay. All right.
And then she's gonna bonus action hide.
Great.
Oh, it's a good thing we got past without a trace. Let's see. Plus 15, plus 25. She's good. She's in the 30s. It's like 32. That's how math works. Okay, and that's her turn.
Okay. At the end of this surprise round,
Do I not get a surprise?
Oh, god
attack?
damn it. We're not even done. Revan, fucking go. Just do it, man.
Okay. I am going to move up in front of Chi because I would like to not hit you with this. And I'm gonna
you're
cast
hit me
lightning
with the
bolt
Lightning bolt, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
ahead.
at Arthok.
Go ahead and
So
do that.
I need you to make a
Dex
dex
save?
saving throw.
Yeah, of course. Of course, typical. Dex save. Ooh. 23.
23. Okay, so you do sadly
It's very sad.
succeed,
I'm
but you're
very
still going to
sad.
take half damage. So,
So sad.
that's going to be half of 22 is 11.
My God.
Wow, that was an awful roll.
I'll take it, man. I will take it. Cool. Cool. Man. All right. We're back up to the top of the round. I think actually, technically, rules is written. I have to wait until a player has taken an action for me to take a legendary action, and I'm not sure if the surprise round I'm not sure how that really works. Surprise rounds aren't really real, you know? It's kind of a weird thing.
Look, count it. We just did a whole surprise round on you.
Okay.
You didn't have to gift us that.
Then I would like to... God. I would like to... Jeez. What do I even want to do? Let me get my ruler out. Okay. I'm gonna use a legendary action to move. I'm gonna move right up here next to you, Hoots. And do that. And
Okay.
yeah. Okay, top of the round, Isla.
Okie dokie. I am still hidden, so pow pow.
Pow pow. Pop pop.
Let's do it. I guess it doesn't matter because now he's engaged with Hoots, but
To be married.
okay, 14 plus 14, 28 to hit for the first attack.
Yes.
And then the second attack is a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Okay. That's information.
It's information.
Okay.
So looking at him, he's not really wearing any armor. Yeah. He's got a big honkin' greatsword. That kind of you can actually see like cold emanating off of it.
Oh, cool.
But he's like bare chested. He's with his gross tentacle. Actually, what I should say is he now has another tentacle.
Oh.
So now he's got two tentacles. One's coming out of his like shoulder, and the other one's coming out of like his lower back.
Oh.
Yes. And you know, when he walked up to Hoots, he probably would have said something like, "Oh, so it's going to be like that, isn't it? Well, all right then." So you hit him with 2 attacks?
Yes. So the first one does. I was trying to do math in my brain. 22 plus 7 is 29 piercing. And then I am going to cast a hold person spell on him.
Okay.
So I need a spell save. I don't remember what. It doesn't show me. Let me look it up.
Pretty sure hold person has wisdom.
I thought it was Kun. It might be wisdom. Con? Wisdom? Can't keep all these straight,
Pretty sure it's
man.
wisdom.
I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, it's wisdom. I
Wisdom
have hold
save,
person.
and it's a DC of
Yep.
15.
DC of 15. That's a 17, so
Okay, so
Oh.
he saves. That's fine. And then my second attack does 6 plus 7 is 13 piercing plus 4 poison.
people.
Look, it was worth a try to do the whole person thing.
Oh, I mean, no one's
Man,
blaming you.
that surprise round just sucked. I'm gonna go ahead and take
And then bonus action hide.
another legendary action, and I am going to jeez, what is the most beneficial to do?
32 to hide, by the way.
Okay, nice. I will. Gosh. Okay. Yeah. I will. God, do I want to do that? Maybe I want to do that. I'm sorry. I'm having a issue. Oh, from you? No, you know what? I'm just gonna hit, or try to hit Hoots with my sword. So, let's do that. That is a, it's a 32 to hit.
Okay, definitely misses.
Definitely misses.
Absolutely hits, absolutely hits.
That is 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And and 10 points of cold damage.
And 10 points of cold. Interesting.
Yes. Yeah, and he's got this like crazed look in his eye. He's just he ain't right. But Hoots, it's your turn.
Okay. So he's already up in my face. All right.
He
Perfect.
is.
So Hoots is gonna, work his neck a little bit.
Mhm.
And then he's going to, of course, let's get 2 attacks with Eternal Rest.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, with the intention to cast Stunning Strike. So let me see. First one definitely misses with a 12.
Mm-hmm.
And a 15.
That'll miss.
Let me go ahead and expend a key point to at least do a flurry of blows. Let me get 2 punches in, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
First one is an 11. Dude, I was rolling so well.
He got up in your face and it freaked you out.
And 15 is the second attack.
Oh no. You are intimidated by Arthog.
Yes, Hoots is remembering the
scary,
last
dude.
fight we had together.
He's a scary mofo.
And that is my turn. That is my turn. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna take another legendary action.
Oh my god, this music just went intense.
I was just about to say
That was so well timed.
Claudia.
I switched the song.
Oh, that scares me. Oh no.
I am gonna take another legendary action, and I am going to. Y'all are so spread out. Which is so rude, actually. If you think about it, it's like actually pretty rude for you to be so spread out. So
Is it though?
I'm just letting you know I'm personally offended. Like, really? We're gonna throw out battle tactics? It's the last session. Like, throw me a bone. And I am. Yeah, I think I'm going to cast a spell. So I am going to.
And counter spell.
You can certainly try, but I'm going to counterspell your counterspell. So what level are you counterspelling?
The highest I can go is 4.
The highest you can go is 4. then I counter your counter spell. And I'm gonna cast Thunderstep. And I'm going to essentially teleport. Range. Yeah. I'm gonna teleport to behind Chi.
Oh my god.
And as I teleport, Hoots, you are going to take... Oh, you need to make a con saving throw.
Con saving throw. Okay. That is a 12.
I can give you another try on that as my reaction.
Okay. I was about to do something too.
Actually, I can't remember if it's a reaction or no action. I think it's a reaction.
Before we get confirmation that it's a failure.
I also have something too. So let's just see. Yes, a 12.
I also have something.
12 is a fail.
I'm waiting for Claudia.
Okay.
Okay. When a creature I can see within 60 feet of me fails a save, I can expend one of my crown charges as a reaction to enable that creature to re-roll the saving throw, potentially turning a failure into a success, but you must use the new roll.
Okay.
I'm going to turn down the Roll20 music.
Yeah, it's kind of kicking in a little too much, so I'm also turning it down. It's like...
Stars!
23.
A 23 is a success, so you will take half of 38 thunder damage. So that will be...
19?
Yeah, 19.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You take 19 points of thunder damage, and Arthur is now behind Chi. Okay, it's the Skelly's turn. This one's gonna move up to Hoots, because it's the only one it can reach. And it is going to attack you with its short sword. It's gonna miss. It's a fucking skeleton, my guys. It's just, it ain't.
Yeah.
Gosh. What's my... Okay. This is gonna move up to Darren. It's gonna try to do the same thing. Oh my god, that's a nat 1. So that's a no. You know what? This one's gonna go up to... Oh, Orlana's hidden. So we have to go for Darren. And... Where did my rolls go? Where did they go? That's an 11. No. Okay.
Ooh.
The skeletons are at least, like, you know, visually, they're trying to follow orders. And, yeah, it just be like that, man. It just be like that. Okay. It is Arthur's turn.
Oh, great!
Pumped about this, guys. So happy. Great. I should have done this when it was right next to Hoot, and I forgot about it. But he is emanating a unsettling aura. So, Chi, will you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Okay. I have advantage because of my race.
Pop off, G.
Of course.
There's my character sheet. Okay, well, I mean, I did roll low. So...
Do you succeed?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Can I give her my stone?
Hold on. I'm
Joe's got
gonna
a
use
thing.
Flash of Genius. When a character I can see within 30 feet of me makes an ability check or saving throw, reaction, add +4 to the roll. Does that help you?
Could potentially. So I rolled a 14. So that would make it an 18.
That is
I've
a
used my
success.
Okay.
That is a success.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
All right, so you do not take any psychic damage.
Oh, that's fine.
But he's gonna take his attacks on you. So he's gonna make 2 tentacle attacks and a great sword attack. So
Okay.
let's do first tentacle. And that's a 19 to hit.
That misses.
Damn. Okay. Okay. All right, Chi.
It barely misses. So
Let's do the other tentacle. That's also going to miss you. All right. Great sword.
Ooh.
I'm about to put this die in jail. So that's also a 19. So all 3 of those attacks miss you. He you know what? I'm gonna use, oh, that's a terrible idea. Oh, why didn't I do that before? I'm such an idiot. If I would read my own stat block that I create, then I would have remembered that I can go into a rage, but I forgot to do that. And I'm not
He's a
gonna go
bard.
into a rage. He's a mix of things.
yes,
I'm not
of
gonna
course.
go into a rage now, because then you would all have advantage against me, and that would be stupid. So,
No, that sounds like a great idea.
no, it's a terrible idea. It's an absolute terrible idea. So maybe, what should I do instead? You know what? Sometimes we just gotta take the L. So that's his turn. He is pissed off, and
Amazing.
he's looking at you, and he's like, I know if I slit your throat, you can't bring any of them back.
I'm gonna
Darren.
say what I say back for my turn.
Okay, Darren, it's your turn.
So Darren's gonna hear him say this, and he's gonna say, "Hey, asshole! You know that thing you said about taking care of others while not being able to take care of myself?
Oh,
If I take care of them, they'll take care of me. I'm gonna cast Firestorm."
oh shit.
So we're doing this strategically.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Strategically
I remember getting these out for Father Mackenzie.
I
squares.
know.
Wow, look at, oh my gosh.
I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can get.
Oh my god, are you gonna try to loop back around and get the...
Oh my god.
I might. I'm gonna see. It just has to be adjacent.
That's
So one,
crazy. I love this.
2, I can.
Yeah. Yes.
3.
Amazing.
I take care of them, they take care of me. Wait.
Benji, I have to give you a stone for this.
Oh,
I
damn.
feel like this is just such a baller move.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's wild.
That is baller.
What am I rolling?
Dexterity saving throw DC 19.
Okay. How many skeletons? I got 3 skeletons on the board. Let's do them first. Wow, that went on a journey. Where did that go? Okay, dexterity saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
Fail. Fail, success. So,
Okay.
we'll say the one. We'll say the one up top by Hoots is the success.
Okay.
Arthok. Is this the right die? Should I be rolling this die? I'm getting a vibe. I'm gonna change.
Mm.
Dexterity saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
Here's the thing, Amanda. We just talked about this. It's always a 1 in 20 chance.
Dirty 20.
Silvery barbs.
I'm gonna use my stone to give myself advantage. That's
So,
what I'm
like,
gonna do.
Just like cancel it out, basically.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
And I'm
my
going to give
stone.
the silvery barbs advantage to Chi.
thanks. Oh, mercy.
So here's the thing. I rolled just so shit. It was like incredible how shitty that roll was. So I'm gonna choose to succeed.
Okay, that's 2 down.
God damn it.
So he'll be taking
Motherfucker.
half of 7d10.
Of course. Oh.
Okay, so 18, 28, 30, 36, 40. So he and the top skeleton are going to be taking 20 points of fire damage. The 2 that are on me are going to be taking 40 points of fire damage.
Okay. All the skeletons are gone.
Cool. I will
Yeah.
Yeah.
remove my cubes.
Perfect. I'm just deleting skeletons.
And
Did I delete a person? No, we're all here, right?
I think we're all here.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, we're good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give, for my bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Ronan.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to move back a little
Move
bit.
away.
Scoot away.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Chi.
Okay, so like
You're
I
looking down the barrel of a gun.
I imagine that like when he first like thundersteps into where I'm at, I feel like she is like terrified and
It can't be a good feeling.
you know, and hang on, I'm going to find it. Just the music swells up right at the very end, and so then I'm like,
Yes.
oh wait, that's still too loud, and so I readjust. Okay, and I feel like she's like when he like gets behind her, but then like he keeps swinging and like bounces off of like my armor and shit, and then I just like, and I feel like she just sees, instead of like this like scary like visage, I think she just then sees just a crazed, miserable,
desperate
individual, and like her fear begins to subside, and she's like, going for the healer is really low, but I guess it's not too low for someone like you. And then she poofs. She poofs because she uses Misty Step.
Damn.
Damn. And I'm gonna go somewhere.
Yeah,
because it's like I want to be
his reaction. Damn it.
I know, because I want to be spread out, but I also want to make sure I can get to you guys. We'll say that. Meow. Okay. So do that, and then that's my bonus action. But that's a leveled spell, so I guess I can just do a cantrip. We'll try We'll Sacred Flame. Arthok. So he just needs to make a dex save.
Dex save. 16.
That is a failure.
I'll take it.
So that is then I think that's just 3. Is it 3d8 at this level? It's at least 1. And it's at least 2.
not ready to use a resistance on that.
Okay, no, that's fair. We'll use a Cthulhu dice for good measure.
Ooh.
Yeah, 3d8 at this level. Radiant. Meow.
Meow.
Okay, so that is 12 radiant.
12 radiant. Okay. Ooh.
I feel like, oh, I neglected to mention, she's like scared as shit until she probably hears Revan be like, you can do it. Gee, don't look at him too hard.
Yeah, his stroke of genius or whatever.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I think that's my turn. Loki.
Okay.
What about high key?
Ronan.
Dagger.
Dagger.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's well. Okay. First one is an 18 plus things.
Yes, that will hit.
Cool. We're going to low damage on that one. So I'm going to use the dice and things. Okay. Yeah. I'm on a solid wood surface and I'm usually not, so they're extra today. 10, 14, 17, 20, 22, 25. No. 27.
27.
For the first one.
Okay.
And then...
So after you throw this first dagger, we're going to stage 2, baby.
Okay.
Arthok's form kind of like just starts to bubble and turn into this sort of bulging kind of mass as tentacles sprout and his form shifts and grows and changes. This is not a man anymore. This is a monster.
Mm-hmm.
So his form goes away, and in his place,
oh boy,
we are getting something crazy.
I can't wait to see this.
Oh no.
So scary. God, I need to look up how big it's supposed to be, but I think it's like something like that.
Oh no.
The Kraken has been released.
It looks like
That's huge.
I'm pretty sure it's just like
that's
gargantuan, which means it's a minimum of like a certain number of square
4x4.
Yeah, a minimum of 4x4. So no, not. That's not. Here we go. This is what I don't need any of these spell tabs anymore. We don't need that. Goodbye. None of that. But we do need this. Okay, you can go in and throw your next dagger, and then if we want to take a quickest little break after that, we can.
That's a nat 20.
All right, it is.
Oh yeah.
Saving it for the second phase.
I know. And for the one that does less damage, but I do kind of feel like she goes like, ah!
It's like, oh my god.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's real.
Instincts take over.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1, so I get to re-roll it, correct?
I should probably show the audience what Arthok looks like now.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him, guys. He's awful. Look at that.
He's
terrible.
terrifying. He's terrifying.
So
He's
ugly.
terrible. Okay. That is... I can add things. 10? 10. Because daggers.
Okay.
And then... just, like...
You're probably gonna need to...
move. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she's
Here's
like...
the thing. He got so big, now you're in melee.
Oh, so
So
I
you
can't
gotta-
hide, I have to disengage.
Yeah, you can bonus action disengage and run.
Yeah, she's gonna bonus action disengage and make a beeline towards Jared and be like, what the fuck?
It's probably a good idea.
Yep.
Probably a good idea. Okay.
Dad, what is this thing?
Help!
Help me!
Dad! Okay, let's take a very quick break. Yeah, and then we will come back and fight stage 2.
Woo!
Woo! I'm gonna switch to we're on Necromancer theme, and I'm gonna switch to Necromancer theme B.
Okay.
Slightly different. I don't know. So, Ronan, you made the bad guy bigger and then ran away.
Yep.
But
like, what else do we expect from her?
Fair, super fair. It is Orlana's turn.
Okie doke. She is going to shoot with Floodbringer. Ooh, that's not good. It's a 19 to hit?
A 19 does hit.
Okay.
Big dude.
Well, yeah, but sometimes there's weird stuff.
It's super fair.
Okay. So much crap. Okay. That's 10. That's 10. That's...
Nothing. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. 49 plus 7, 40, 48. Nope. 46. That's how math works. 46 piercing. And 2 lightning.
Cool.
And then my question is she in melee
wait.
range?
Hang on. I do need to check if that is... Okay, the lightning doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay, cool. Is she in melee range?
Oh, shit. You know what? She absolutely is.
Okay, so she's gonna disengage. And run bonus action disengage 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I guess there's not really any place to hide right there, but that's... I don't think she has anything else. Just making sure. Yeah, I don't think she can do anything else. So that is going to be her turn.
Okay. I am going to use a legendary action. And let's do something spicy.
I don't like the sound of that.
Gosh. I'm gonna roll for it. Chi, make a dexterity saving throw.
I knew this was gonna happen. Okay. Oh, wait, you mean popcorn. Dex save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I do have that ring of evasion now, which could help me here.
That might be useful.
Let me see what I roll first. Okay. Do you ever just know what your mod is, but you're like, I just want to make sure?
Yes, constantly.
Mm-hmm. feel like that's not going to do it. So that is a 12.
It's definitely not gonna do it.
Okay.
So I'm going to use a charge of my Ring of Evasion as my reaction to expend one of its charges to succeed instead.
Okay, you will take half damage.
Sick.
Half of 46.
23.
23 points of lightning damage.
Okay. So that is that. That leaves. Okay. I need to roll a con save for Beacon of Hope then. So it is, the DC is half the damage you took or 10, whichever's higher.
Yes.
Half of 23 is 11. Okay, so 11. Con. Okay. And I could, well, alright.
Alright, let me put this guy back in initiative. And then I need to...
That's annoying.
Hang on. I need some sort of other something to help me. Give me a second.
Oh, I have advantage! That's right, because silvery barbs. Okay, let me do that. Fuck. Okay, much better. It's a 17 for my con save.
For your con
Beacon of Hope is... because
right,
concentration on Beacon of Hope. So Beacon of Hope is still up, but I did have to use my advantage to meet it, so.
Yes. Okay, Orla? No, we did that. Revan.
This guy's probably undead, huh? Can I? Yeah, I'm just gonna assume he's undead. And lightning didn't do anything?
No, lightning was not effective.
But he sure did some lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Is he undead? Do I think he's undead? I feel like he's undead.
Are you asking?
I am going to cast poison spray
Okay.
on him, so I need a con save throw.
On save. Okay. If I get anything. Seriously? Oh, what's the DC?
17.
17.
Yeah.
That's really fucking annoying.
Sorry, all of my modifiers changed when I changed, so it's a whole new game for me.
Oh, so you actually rolled a 17?
I with the new mod, it's a 17.
Okay. I thought you just were saying 17.
No. I'm not a liar.
Just chose
No.
to succeed.
I thought you were saying like, oh, he had some ability that just made him meet whatever.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't have that, but you know.
Okay, well.
She's literally already chosen to succeed a couple times during this fight.
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah. So nobody's Hoots. You got no. I can't do anything. That's my turn.
Okay. Do I want to go ahead and do other things? Yeah, I do. You know what? There's a nice little grouping over there. I'm gonna make a roll and see who I get. Darren, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. D20. There we go. $17.
Fail.
Here, Darren, I can give you a stone.
I've got one.
Oh, okay.
You're outside my 30 feet.
I think I'm probably just gonna take whatever it is.
32 points of lightning damage.
That's not too bad.
It is not too bad. Yep. And that's another legendary action. Okay. Top of the round, Isla.
Okay, I have a question before I do anything.
Uh-huh.
So, when I use action surge, it gets me one additional action. Does that also mean that I get a bonus action with that?
No.
No, so it's just the action that I get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I could choose as a rogue to move with the action, right?
Yeah.
Or I could use it as a bonus action to hide.
You have one bonus action, so.
So I can't use my action as a second bonus action and not take an action, I guess is what I'm asking. Because I know, like, you can cast spells that are bonus action spells as an action.
Your, like, cunning, like, your rogue stuff, I think is specifically for bonus actions.
Only bonus action. Okay.
And it's because it's
That was my
taking
question.
things that are normally actions
Yeah.
and doing them as bonus actions.
Okay. My other question is the ring that lets me use Misty Step,
It lets you use Dimension Door.
Dimension Door, sorry. That is a action
Action.
to use, right? So if I used my, what's it called? Already blanking. If I used my action surge, I could then use that
Uh-huh.
as, okay, just, okay. I wanted to make sure that I am doing something that is,
Session 93 and covering
Leave
basic
me
mechanics of the game.
look, leave me alone. I'm doing my
I
best.
will not leave you alone, and I never will. And you
I
know
just-
that.
Look, I know. I just want to make sure that I'm not about to do something and then you're like, you can't do that. And I'm like,
I'm not content unless I am giving somebody with the
Me
last
a
name
hard
Bigler
time.
a hard time. Okay?
I know,
Let's
I know.
be clear.
Okay, so I'm hidden right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my 2 attacks that I get for my first action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boom. A 19 and a 20. So that's a crit.
Okay.
Yay! Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've critted. No. Oh, there is a 1. Let's re-roll that. Yes. Amazing. Okay. So that is that's 10, that's 10. Okay, so 10, 22 on the die times 2 is 44 plus 7 is 51. 51 piercing plus 6 poison.
Okay.
And then the second attack. Is it engaged? Yeah, okay, it is. Perfect. Oof, probably gonna miss, actually.
Oh, yeah?
17?
That actually is going to miss.
Yeah, there we go. But I have inspiration
Hmm.
from, like, the first round, which is a D8, D10?
Mm-hmm.
D12.
Oh, shoot. Okay. It's popped up.
I think that changed at level 15.
Okay.
I think it did. I think up until
Oh.
now it's been a D10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the last time it was a D10. So plus 8. So I think 17 plus 8 is gonna hit now, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Just a quick refresher, Bigler, Benji, and MJ, you all have stones.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
perfect.
When she succeeds on that, I'm going to use infectious inspiration. She's let me double check, make sure she is within 60 of me. Yep. So I'm going to use infectious inspiration to transfer that bardic inspiration to Hoots.
That's so cool!
Yeah,
So
it's
Oh
awesome.
my gosh.
Very nice.
Okay, and that's another 14 piercing plus 5 poison.
All right.
And then I am going to action surge. So let me mark that off on my character sheet. Where are you? Action surge. And I'm going to use the ring to dimension door myself to hide over here. Behind that sort of like
Column thing.
column.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I haven't used my bonus action yet. Can I bonus action hide, or does that disappear when I do the action surge?
You haven't used your bonus action, so you can use your
Okay.
bonus action.
I'm gonna bonus action hide. 16 plus 15 is 33, 30 something.
31.
31.
Cool.
Math. And that is my turn.
Okay, cool. Hoots.
Great. I will go and scoot up to Mr. Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get my attacks in. I'm gonna go ahead and expect to use inspiration. First attack is a 20 though.
That will hit.
Perfect. And let's 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both will hit.
Cool. First attack will be 15 piercing
Okay.
and 16 piercing.
Okay.
And then let me go ahead and do an unarmed. Well, Amanda, can I say I
Stunning.
Yes, stunning strike, yes ma'am.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 15.
Is that
con.
Con. It's a 29.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, Mr. Arthur.
No, it's fine.
And I will use my one unarmed strike.
Okay.
That was a nat 20 or 29.
Dang.
Let's go.
So that will be 7, 14 plus 4, 18 additional bludgeoning.
Nice.
And that is my turn.
That is your turn. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to do at this moment. No. Okay. Cool. It is finally my actual turn as a Kraken, which is crazy. I've always wanted to use this monster. It's a great stat block. So let's do it. I get to make some crazy attacks, so I'm gonna make some crazy attacks. Just real quick, I just need to check my distance. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. This is gonna be great. Benji, you're gonna love this. Okay, first I'm gonna make
Or I will.
a tentacle attack against Darren.
Jesus.
That's a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's
See,
insane range.
oh shit.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? 30-foot reach on those tentacles.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
I'm in danger.
That's 24 points of bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
you are grappled.
Oh Lord.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna make another tentacle attack, and I think y'all are pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Chi. Let's get mom and dad.
I was gonna say, just go for the parents. God.
Yeah. Arthok's in there somewhere, man.
Sure.
32 to hit.
That will
Oh my
hit.
God.
In fact.
Okay. 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm.
And you are grappled.
Okay.
I am now I'm gonna use this ability called Fling.
Oh
And I'm gonna
my god.
I'm gonna, you know what, Chi? I'm gonna throw you 60 feet. And I am gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sick. I have a question.
Mhm.
The 23 was the 23 bludgeoning on me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, happened.
Mhm.
Okay, let me update
Let me
my
figure
health
out what
score.
direction I'm flinging you.
Okay.
I mean, 60 feet, I feel like I gotta fling you straight north. So let's do that.
Alright.
60. Oh. You know, I can put you somewhere right in there.
Okay, so Dex save.
I think that gets you right there. Uh-huh.
Dex save.
Dex
Okay.
save.
Is this a... I think I've already used my reaction. Yeah. I don't have a reaction until
Mm.
until
Yeah, I
my
don't
turn.
think we've gotten back around to you yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what'd you get on that Dex save?
I got the same thing as I did last time. Okay. Yeah. That's a 12.
That is a failure.
Mm-hmm.
So, you would take, 21 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you are prone.
No longer grappled, but prone.
No longer grappled, but prone.
Okay.
You know, pros and cons. There's always a silver lining.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ah!
And I think that's gonna complete my turn.
Okay.
Alright, capiche? Darren. You are grappled.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Mm.
I have one more spell slot left to cast this. So I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna cast Firestorm again using my 8th level spell slot.
Okay.
So just kind of, you know, getting
All up in there, yeah.
dude man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna drag out the 10 cubes
Yeah.
again.
Oh, I get it.
So I need a dexterity saving throw,
Mhm.
and I think I'm gonna use my stone to impose disadvantage again.
Okay.
If you weren't, I was going to.
I'm gonna choose to succeed.
Okay, that's okay. Still taking
Now,
half of
yeah.
70-10, so
72.
yeah, that was a pretty good roll. So it's 10,
I can't
25,
believe I got to throw somebody.
35, 39. So it'll be taking 19 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
And then bonus action. It's the
Boner
time to fucking
action.
use them. I'm going to give Bardic Wait, who all has Bardic Inspiration? Okay, cool. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to I think she's within 6. Nope. I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Orlana.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Cool. I am going to use a legendary action, and I need Revan to make a dexterity saving throw. That's the wrong type of die.
Did we have like advantage on some kind of saving throw from Chi earlier? It's wisdom only.
It's wisdom and death saves. And the thing is I think I don't have concentration on that anymore after all that.
After being thrown.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first, either. I rolled 2 low for either.
You got a stone, Joe?
That being said, I am close enough to. I don't have a reaction still. Fuck! I still don't have a reaction!
Do you have a stone, Joe?
Yes.
I am going to.
No, yeah.
I don't.
No,
have any
he doesn't.
stones.
He does not have a stone.
No, you made me re-roll and get a nat 1 2 sessions ago.
That's right.
That is. I'm gonna use Flash of Genius and get a 13.
That's a fail.
Is worth a shot.
You will take 37 points of lightning damage.
I'm gonna yawn.
Yeah.
Oh, getting bold.
Don't tempt her, Joe. Don't tempt her.
So bold. All right, Chi, I believe you should be taking some sort of turn now.
That is correct. And I have a reaction.
You are, crazy enough, you are in the circle of silence right now.
Is it still up?
Yeah. That one's not based on concentration. It's where you threw that shot the arrow.
I think it is a concentration spell, isn't it?
Well, has Isla taken damage?
No. But wait, he did try to cast that other spell. Hold person.
But you get silence. Don't you get it from the crossbow?
Yeah. Does that mean it's not beholden to?
Like, how long does it last? Like, indefinitely?
Well, what was the other spell you tried to cast? It was
Hold person, which is also
person?
concentration.
Okay, we can say that it's gone.
Oh.
That would make you feel better.
Thank you.
I don't know how it works.
Hey, you think I do? I just make this stuff up, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been 7 years of this.
That's hilarious. All right, I need to make sure I'm within range to do what I'd like to do.
Ta-da.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, yes. No, you're so good. I'm gonna, for my action, I'm going to cast Heal on Darren.
It's nice. Very kind of you.
How much is that?
That's 70.
Damn. You might need that.
You're not blind or deaf, but if you were, it would end that as well. And any diseases. Okay. You're still grappled though. So, I can expend one of my crown's charges, no action required, to end. Oh no, it's on myself. Fuck. Never mind. You're just gonna have to say grapple. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I at least got that done. Okay, so that's my action. Yeah, that's kind of all I can do now. I don't have any bonus action cantrips. And I don't. Oh, I'll get up. I'll use half my movement to get up.
Yes, you are like lying on the ground.
Yes. And so then I think that is
This
my
is
turn.
Potentially an important question because we did talk about it last session. Who has the cape? Isla?
I believe I have it.
You have it
Isla.
in a bag of holding that
Yes.
Revan made?
That Revan made. Yes.
Cool. Awesome. All right.
Amazing. That's my turn.
Okay. Ronan.
I don't like that said that was important. Just now, just as a
I just think it's
general note.
important for us all to know that.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Mhm.
I'm not gonna metagame.
Yeah, okay. No,
Okay, because I'm fully hidden right now. It's okay. I rolled like a 38. I'm hidden.
You think
Okay.
I'm gonna metagame? Father Mackenzie thought that Isla had the earring magic in her.
Yeah, I mean,
I was
okay,
gonna
so
metagame.
anyway.
Would have done that.
Okay, how are Darren and she looking?
Probably
Like,
could be better.
I'm good.
Oh yeah, Darren's
I'm
probably
grappled, but I'm
Gucci now.
Okay.
good. Yeah, I'm back at full health.
I have 70 out of 129 hit points.
Okay.
I was a little lower, but healing others heals me a little bit, so.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm Yeah, okay. So I think so here's kind of how I think this happens. I think Ronan kind of looks between Darren and Chi and the monster. Sees that Darren's good. I think she uses movement and bonus action to get to Chi.
Oh shit.
And she's like, I can't heal you, but he keeps going after you, so I can at least do this. And she'll grab your shoulder and she's gonna cast greater invisibility on you.
Oh. Shit. Oh, wait.
It's awesome.
Oh my god. Wait, that's awesome. Okay.
Casey.
She's gonna keep going after you.
Casey, get a stone.
Yeah, that's
Take a stone.
moment. That's crazy.
It's the last session. I gotta just like throw them out like candy.
You get a stone.
You get a stone.
No.
You get a stone.
I'm not gonna say no to that.
Is that your turn?
I think so. I think since I had to use some motion to get there, I don't think I can bonus action.
Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna take all these little dots off of everybody. Because we don't think that is up anymore, correct?
Correct, yeah, no.
And then
Correct.
I will put a new dot on Chi because she is invisible.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna have Ronan move a little bit away so that like if he notices she's gone, I'm not by her.
Yes.
So like over
Man.
here somewhere.
Here's like, do you want to know what the like saddest thing about what you just did is?
Can he see her? Does he have true sight?
I have true sight for 120 feet.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna use a legendary action.
She would have still done it.
I'm gonna
Gotcha.
hit her. I'm sorry. DC, well, I'm not gonna tell you the DC, but make a dexterity saving throw, Chi.
I'm reacting this time.
Are you good at those, Chi?
No, but I've got the ring that I can use now. Because I have my reaction now.
Criddles
So-
taste the pain bow?
That was when, we had
That
a crit
was-
earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, when I look at it.
I see.
Okay.
I know, this is one of those more malicious DM moves of like, oh, what
Sure.
a sweet thing you've just done.
Here's
I
the
do
stone.
the
Let me
exact
attack
thing
her.
to say.
Can Ronan
But he
shout
would.
you at the monster while
He
while
would.
this happens?
What? She can flick him off. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I rolled a 13. I assume that fails.
Yes.
So I will use my reaction to succeed with the ring.
Okay. Uh, 15 points of lightning damage. I halved it for you.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so funny.
Orlana.
Okay, so Orlana is still within range of this thing then if it could attack Benji that far out,
Mhm.
right?
That is
Okay.
correct.
Cool. So she used her whole movement and disengaged just to
Isn't that
still be in
crazy?
range.
I know.
Yeah,
I
kinda
almost
sucks.
said something and I'm like, you wouldn't know that.
I sure wouldn't. That's true. Okay. That's an 18 plus. That's the wrong.
That hits.
13?
That
Okay.
hits.
Cool. She just has so many damn dice.
I know, man. I know.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's together. That makes 10. That makes 10. That makes 10. That doesn't quite make 10. Okay. 38 plus. Frick. 38 plus 7
Friggin' big.
is 45.
Okay.
45 piercing plus 1 lightning, which I know does nothing, but you know,
Yes.
it's in her roll. So
Cool.
and then I guess she's just gonna frickin' bonus action disengage again because she saw what just happened, and she's gonna run behind this pillar even if she can't hide yet.
Okay. Nice. Revan.
Yeah. So I am going to cast, since it's immune to lightning, I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness on it. So I am going to 23. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay, then I need a con saving throw
Okay.
from you.
Saving throw.
And you are going to take 26.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you succeed. So you're just going to take 26
Okay. Of
poison
what?
damage.
Poison?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Awesome. We're getting somewhere eventually. Alright. Does that complete your turn?
That it does.
Isla.
Okie dokie. Isla is hidden over here. She's gonna attack.
Mm-hmm.
First attack.
How bad was it?
19?
19 hits.
Okay. Nope, that's wrong. That's not how. Is that? No, that is how math works.
I feel that so hard.
That is how math works.
I can't believe this is the last session of this game. It still hasn't hit me yet.
I know.
I know. It's honestly crazy. Okay, so it's 10, 15, 24 plus 7 is 31. 31 piercing. And I'm going to try another hold person.
Okay.
So that's a wisdom save of 15.
Wisdom save.
And I'm going to use my stone to impose disadvantage.
Okay. I'm gonna choose to succeed.
Hey, at least you had to use it.
Yeah, that second roll was a nat one. So it was like, oh shit.
Okay, and then my second attack
Mm-hmm.
is 18 plus 14 to hit.
Yes.
And, I think this is every time I hit, is it not? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try it again. That is 11 piercing, and I'm again going to try hold person.
Okay.
Wait, it's person. It's not a person. It's a monster.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was wondering. I was like,
Never mind.
Okay, I'm gonna get back that,
And I'm gonna get back my stone.
Okay. That works.
Then let me roll 2 poison damage dice.
Okay.
1 for last time. So that's 6 from last time, and it's 6 again for this time.
Cool. Nice.
Damn.
Look, we're always learning. We're always just figuring shit out.
Hey, the last time I did it, he was still like kind of a person.
He was like sort of a dude last time, but now he's like kind of not.
And then I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Okay.
13 plus 10 is 26 plus 15 is 41, right?
Jesus, yeah. Okay, Hoots.
Perfect. Let's go ahead, get my 2 attacks in.
Do it.
That will be an 18, but don't tell me if it hits. I'm gonna head and use my inspiration.
Okay.
From Benji.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 18 plus 8, 26 to hit.
That hits.
The second attack is going to be a 23.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead expend Stunning Strike and use my stone to impose disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
keep track of all these freaking stones, man.
15 con save.
I succeed.
Of course. Okay, and so damage for the first attack is 17 piercing plus 17 piercing.
Damn.
That was really weird. And then, of course, I'll do my unarmed strike, which will be a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Which will be an additional 11 bludgeoning.
Okay. Taking him down, guys.
Yeah, and that will be my turn.
And when Hoots succeeds on that first one to use the Bardic Inspiration, I'm going to use Infectious Inspiration to give that to Revan.
Nice.
Oh.
Woo.
Okay. So. My turn. Let's see. I will use I've got Darren grappled, but I got plenty of other tentacles. So let's send a tentacle towards Revan, because this may be one of the few monsters that can hit Revan. Because Revan has a dumb AC.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. We'll see about that.
Alright, we're
okay. Sorry, brief technical difficulties. But I believe I rolled a 31 to hit Joe.
I don't know.
Revan.
I'm not sure that.
You're not sure.
Joe tried to use your yoinking Benji as a
like,
reason
maybe we
for
should
her to
re-roll.
re-roll.
No. I'm gonna hit you. So
where am I at now?
That does hit.
You're fine. I'm hitting Joe. I mean, Revan.
We paused gameplay.
I appreciate this.
That's
Ow.
Distinction for you.
Ow.
24 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. Who else? Hoots is there. Let's hit Hoots.
Perfect.
That is 31 to hit Hoots.
Okay.
Crazy. Ooh, good roll. 28 points of bludgeoning damage to hit
Okay.
Hoots. And this is something I've been waiting for. And I could have done it last time, and then I decided to throw Chi instead. So I'm gonna try to swallow Darren. because
Not again.
I haven't had the opportunity, and I just feel like
When
a
you have me
campaign.
grappled, you just eat me.
I feel like a campaign is just not complete unless I'm trying to
Unless
eat
Benji gets
Benji's
eaten.
character. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's a +8. Praise be to Salune, 2 full moons. Okay, cool. That was
sick.
a 13.
That is a failure. So
Can I use a stone?
do you want to use a stone?
Yeah, let me use my stone for you. Roll again.
Thank you.
You're so kind.
It's the last session. I got it.
Hey, it's
Nice
worth
jail.
a try.
It was worth a try. I appreciate
It
it.
was worth a try.
You're not within 30 feet of me, are you?
You take 30 points of piercing damage. As you hit all the teeth, and then you are swallowed.
God damn
You
it.
have the restrained condition.
Okay.
You have total cover. And when we get to your turn, we'll do other stuff. Oh, it's your turn, isn't it?
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, at the start of your turn, you're gonna take some damage.
Yeah, acid.
Yes. Oh. $25 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. What
Yes.
can I do? Let me look up the restrained condition.
Yes.
Again. Look at the specifics of that.
I do always keep a tab open for conditions because I never remember them, ever. Restrained creatures, speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I have to do this.
Oh no.
Just because it's funny
I guess
to me.
you're like over here. You're in it.
Yeah, I'm inside it.
There's a joke in there.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah? No?
Sorry.
Maybe.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire from inside the Kraken
Okay.
on the Kraken.
Okay.
So it's a 20-foot, bloop. So I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Okay.
So DC 19.
DC 19, Dex, save. I'm gonna choose to succeed.
Okay. And then bonus action. Bonus action would cast Healing Word.
Not a
Oh wait,
bad
no, I
idea.
can't. I can't.
Oh.
Never mind. Fairy Fire is a leveled spell. So yeah, that's my turn.
Wow. Okay. Well. I am gonna use a legendary action. And I'm gonna zap. Chi. No, yeah, Chi. Sorry, Dex save.
Right. 11.
11, fail. $23 points of lightning damage. Right. That's my legendary action. Chi, it is your actual turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast heal again.
On
we're
yourself?
gonna do it. No. Well.
Darren has total cover, so you.
He has total cover.
Won't.
I was gonna cast it on a hoot.
Oh. Hey. Pick
But-
whatever you want.
But that being said, I could use it. I could, in fact, use it. Hoots, are you below half at this point?
I am.
Alright. Or I forgot this was a thing. LMAO. Okay. We can do some other shenanigans as well. Okay.
These freaking cameras don't want to focus today.
Is my camera fucking up?
No,
No,
you're
it's hers.
fine. It's me.
Okay. I was just making sure.
There we
I'm not in
go.
the tab. I'm not in the Zoom tab, so I don't know what's going on. Okay.
I was just she was making up her mind and you kept getting
I know, it kept getting
Like you were, like,
awkwardly
waiting.
close. Well,
Like,
sometimes
make a
it
choice.
prefers my face to my hand. I'll accept that. That makes me feel flattered.
I mean, here's the deal. We have not destroyed the phylactery yet.
Correct. We should maybe consider that.
We've not destroyed the phylactery yet.
Does that mean he looks really hurt?
Okay.
Well, sound of music.
I think she is going to prepare to cast heal on Hoots, and then she remembers a conversation she had with Ronan and the brief exchange at the end where she's like, I will try to be a little more Ronan. And then she's like, I'll get you in a second, Hoots. And then I'll just kill myself.
For a second, I thought you said I'll just kill myself.
That's what I heard too.
That's what I heard.
I was like,
I was like, oh no.
And that's what you took from our conversation.
And that's
That'd be a
why
little bit
that's
more
why
We can have another conversation.
You
that's
sure
why
you're
I
not
was
trying to
in
be
the
more like
phylactery.
Hoots and just
No,
have yourself get stabbed?
that's so silly. No,
Okay,
no,
you're
I
curing
will-
yourself.
I'm healing myself. I'm
Yes.
casting it at 7th level, which means I heal 80.
Wow. Nice. Look at
Which
you.
Which I needed. That's still not. I'm still not full, but I'm very close.
It
So I
is
was-
not a. Sometimes it's
Okay.
okay to put yourself first.
I know. We'll get to this.
Treat
We'll get to
yourself.
this. Yeah. So,
Self-care.
And if you go down, then we don't have a healer, right? So it's
Yeah,
important that
Warframe
you stay up.
Sure.
True.
Oh, right. Okay.
True.
That is my turn, I think. I can't really. Okay, I want to get out of his fucking shit, but I don't think I can. Because I still. I may be out of reach of the tentacles, but I still get zapped, which is frustrating.
Oh, see. Sorry.
But I don't know if I can get out of zap. And it's like, I still gotta heal you guys. So I'll just stay where I am.
Yeah, Zap's a pretty crazy range, not gonna lie.
Alright, that's kind of what I figured.
Speaking of Zap, let's zap Revan. Make a dex save. Come on
Zip, zap,
down. Having a
And the
great
zip,
time.
zap, zap on Revan.
Zip, zap, zap.
Oh.
On the Metal Man.
Okay, I have Bardic Inspiration. You said that's a D12, is that right?
That's sick.
Sick, sick, sick.
Okay, this is a Dex.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fucking annoying. Okay, and I will use my Flash of Genius and end up with a 9 plus 3 plus 4 is a 16.
No.
Does that fail? Okay.
I
my
I
inspiration.
can use my reaction to give you another try, but you have to use a new roll.
That's got to be better than a 4. Famous last words.
Uh-oh.
And 4's not 1.
14 plus 5 is a 19 plus 3 is a. It's over 20.
What? Sorry, what exactly is it?
Do I need to? Okay.
Uh-huh.
26
22. Oh.
Oh.
plus
What are
4
you
for
at?
my
Oh.
for my Flash of Genius.
Oh, we're using Flash of Genius. 26 is a success. So you will take half of 32, so 16 points of lightning damage. Nice. Ronan.
Bonus action, Shadow Blade, and then so they both come back. Okay, first one. You're so loud. Okay. That is. I'm gonna use my Bardic Inspiration and it fell on the floor. What did you land on?
Floor dies.
That's a 27.
So I
with
did end up
inspiration.
using my Bardic Inspiration there,
Yeah.
Benji.
27 to hit.
yeah.
In case
Sorry?
that's relevant.
Yes.
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 Cool, and I just used mine also. That is more rolling things. 6, 8, 10.
Oh, Claudia,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna give you a stone for healing yourself, because that's a big character moment for you.
Okay, let me write it down.
Okay, that's 20 damage on the first one.
20 damage.
And then the second one is the Shadow Blade. That is, because it's a spell attack. So that's, I think that's gonna miss. That's an 18.
18 just hits.
Ooh, okay. That is, I rolled really low. That kind of sucks. Okay, that's 8 damage.
8.
Plus 3. 11.
We are officially in the double digits.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my god, guys, this is it.
It's happening.
I cannot bonus action hide, but I am gonna move
Okay.
because I think I'm still in range of the tentacles, and then I'm done.
Cool. Orlana.
Okay. Orlana is gonna attack. Uh, 7
Oh,
plus.
how
uh,
did anybody do a crazy amount of damage on me on a single hit? I don't think
I did like 60 once.
I don't think it was since Darren got eaten. No.
No.
Okay.
A 19 to hit?
Yes.
Does that hit? Okay. Ah! Well, it's already been rolled. That's fine.
I think I'm gonna switch up the lay music.
The Le Music?
Lay music. We're entering into some crazy stuff here. Should we pull out an oldie? We could pull out an oldie.
An oldie but a goodie.
A really oldie.
Ah!
Like a composed by me oldie.
20, 30, 42,
It's the Dancing Mad like one.
It's
Mhm.
yeah.
5.
That's very appropriate for him.
It's pretty great.
Actually, yeah.
50. Sorry, I'm trying to do math.
I feel you, man.
57 piercing plus 3 light. Nope, that's the wrong mod. Oh, it's still a 7. 57 piercing plus 3 lightning.
57 piercing.
Mhm.
Okay. I need to make a con save.
Ooh. Oh, to see if you keep Darren.
If you throw up, yeah. If you blow up.
I'm gonna choose to succeed.
That's fair.
Oh, Gucci, I got a plan.
Yeah, I
is
bet you do.
she- Is she still in range of the tentacle?
Not telling you.
Okay, well, she's gonna bonus action hide.
Okay.
19. I keep going to my character sheet. 19 plus 15. 34.
Okay. Cool.
And that's her turn.
I am going to zap Hoots. Make a dex save.
Ooh, perfect. Ooh, okay, so that is only an 11, but I do have a Diamond Soul, so you're proficient in all saving throws, and whenever you make a saving throw and fail, you can expend 1 key point to reroll it and take the second result.
Nice.
So I'll expend a key point. Please roll a bit better. Okay, so that's a 12.
Oh,
I rolled a
Okay.
2 and then a 3, so
That's crazy.
Can I give him my stone?
You can give him your stone.
come on.
Look at
Roll again.
18.
That's a fail.
maybe.
Oh,
Ah, it was better.
Okay, it's okay,
I'm
it's okay.
going to use my last flash of genius to give you a +4 on that. Make it
22.
22.
That's still a fail.
No!
That's still
What?
a fail.
Oh,
You
that's
take-
nice.
What in the world?
Okay, it's okay.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
god.
You take 32 points of lightning damage.
I'm still okay.
Jesus.
I'm still okay. That's okay.
That's so funny.
I love seeing that teamwork, though. That's
Dude, lots of teamwork.
So sweet.
Hey, one thing about us.
Yeah.
We got a teamwork.
Okay, Revan, it is your turn.
Okay. Now that I think about it, I might have not have even had that because I don't think I had another
I
reaction.
think you used it already.
Yeah. Okay. So that
I don't think we'd gotten back to your
he failed
turn.
anyway. So I.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It all worked out.
This is good. This is
Yeah.
good.
I'll just
Good vibes.
go for another poison spray.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Wait, I need to roll to
Just
hit.
over here dancing. On my third white claw.
That's gonna be 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a con save from you, and he's taking 22 points of poison.
I succeed on the con.
Okay, then you're not poisoned.
Not poisoned. 22, so half of that's 11.
You take full damage.
Oh, I take
Wait. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong fucking spell. I was thinking of Ray of Sickness. Yeah, you don't take... You take half.
I take half.
No, you don't. You don't take anything.
Okay.
I didn't even need to roll to hit. Ray of Sickness and Poison Spray are... I fucked up.
Amazing. This is, just to remind everybody, this is session 93.
This is definitely the last session of the
Session
campaign.
93. Okay. Isla.
Isla's gonna pop out and shoot twice.
I should have taken a legendary action.
First attack
That was a mistake.
is a 15 plus 14 for a 29.
Mm-hmm, that hits.
Oh my god! Finish it!
I rolled some good and some bad, so we'll see. Math. Oh my god. That's a different kind of damage. Okay. 12, 13, 14, 15, 20 plus 1 plus, so 21 plus 7 is 28 piercing and 6 poison for the first attack.
Okay.
Second attack is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, come on.
And that is 15 piercing plus 3 poison.
How do you want to do this?
Ah!
Well, she just pops out from around the column and she's like, "Spit my friend out," and with her crossbow twice. And yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, you shoot this crossbow with these 2 bolts. Arthok is battered and bloodied, and with these last 2 bolts, you just pierce through that thick skin of this kraken-like monster, and you just hear this just unnatural, guttural wail as this form kind of flops over, and you just see it sort of start to bubble and melt, and this whole body of this creature starts to disappear. Darren, you you're just covered in this nasty ichor as this big guy is like melting around you. Arthok has just been slain. What do you do?
Cape.
I'm running to the
Cape.
fire.
The fucking cape.
Running to the fire, pulling the cape out and throwing it in.
You run over to the brazier and you chuck the cape into the flame, and you hear this like piercing kind of scream sound as this unnatural flame that almost gives off a cold sensation just incinerates this bizarre cape of tattered pieces of cloth and rope collected over years of different voyages and missions, and the cape is no more. and there is a sort of a silence and a lull there, but you know that there is a task remaining for you. In the ichor and mess of this body that was what Arthok became, you guys find 3 things.
Oh.
You find, wait, let me go back to my campaign document. You find 1, a lone coin matching yours.
Okay.
2, a sword that's cold to the touch, his greatsword. And 3, you find a bag of holding. And you actually recognize this as Mortimer's bag of holding.
Oh, that son of a bitch. Okay.
And can I
Sorry.
take a look inside Mortimer's bag of holding?
You take a look inside Mortimer's bag of holding and you you hear, "Is it safe to come out?
Maybe
Ed.
Are you friend or foe? Hello?"
Oh my god.
Friend, it's us, Mortimer. We got a thing to do, but
gosh.
How is he breathing?
That's what I'm saying.
Question number 1.
I'm an artificer. I made a necklace of adaptation. I've been hiding in here for days.
Oh,
You don't understand. It was horrible over there.
Oh my god.
I just need you, Amanda, to be aware that I teared up.
Oh, thank god. Okay.
I'm so glad he's not dead.
You thought I killed him off screen.
Well,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I will.
Look, I'm not above that, but it's Mortimer.
something
I know.
Konari
Yeah.
disintegrating
something
him in
several
front
times.
of us.
Okay. Yes. So, well, you're safer, believe it or not, in there right now.
Okay, well, you know, it's pretty cozy. I actually have a dining set down here, and I'll just sit here and finish
Oh
my
my
tea. And, you know,
God.
you just let me know when you're ready,
Is it-
and I'll pop
did
out.
you- Did you bring it in there with you, or was it already there?
You never know when you need to, like, sit down and have a nice dinner.
Your emergency dining set. That's crazy.
It's so big, I can put different
books
books on it, and then you can really spread out and study. It's like the best place to not be disturbed.
Wow.
That is fair. That is fair.
It's true.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna have Pancake pop out of his little pocket dimension, and like, how am I gonna give him the statue? Fuck.
Can you hold the statue and the coin in his mouth? Like a mother cat?
He can probably carry at least the oh yeah, statue in his mouth, coin kind of like, you know,
We
grab
can
with his paw.
finagle
Oh.
some shit. We can figure it out.
Oh yeah, coin in his mouth, statue in his tail.
He's a magical
There you
cat.
go.
Yeah, he's a little face spirit. And then I'm gonna telepathically like just fill Pancake in on what's going on, what we need him to do. And then you're just gonna look at everybody. Everybody got your coin and your statue?
So we're all running off to different
First
obelisks,
Well,
right?
Gee,
So
you
there's-
need
We
a
all
mind link, right?
communicating. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to.
I'm gonna cast Rary's telepathic bond once we're ready to all scatter, because that will persist for an hour.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
just to get the positioning right. It's the obelisk here, and then there's one in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Those two are pretty close together. And then
Okay.
this area is pretty close to that big central, like,
Yeah.
cavern
Mm-hmm.
that kind of leads and branches out to the other ones.
Mhm.
Okay.
I assumed that Darren would stay here to be close to Pancakes, right? So the rest
Yeah.
of us need to spread out.
That's my
That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
so I'll be here. Pancake will be the one inside the door because I can. When Pancake dies, he goes back to the Feywild,
Mm-hmm.
and I can resummon him.
Mm-hmm.
If the doors close and
something happens.
he dies. But we all
You all doing
ready
this?
to go.
Yeah.
Ready to
I'll
go.
teach everybody the Sylvan word for like ready,
Okay. Yeah.
so that because Pancake I don't think speaks common.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. So-
okay. Yeah.
You guys will know when he's at the thing.
All right.
So we all good to go? We ready to do this thing?
I say ready back to you in Sylvan with a really shitty accent.
Got one more. Just had to get one more for the campaign. ended.
Perfect.
I'm
Let's get
gonna
uncursed.
cast Rary's telepathic bond. So telepathically links up to 8 willing creatures of my choice within range. So that's all of us and Pancake.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, can communicate telepathically through the bond whether or not they share a language. Cool.
Oh. Oh.
Easy.
So, gonna cast Rary's telepathic bond. All right, everybody, let's do this.
Oh, okay.
All
Be
right.
careful.
You guys split off and run to your respective obelisks. And as you were running through these different obelisks, you kind of get these flashes of just all these different things you've experienced. This island itself is like the embodiment of fear and paranoia, and it's fighting back. Isla, you see flashes of the people that Bloody Jack killed. You see Allie pointing a gun at you on a beach, the earring pulsing in your hand and making you feel powerful. You see yourself standing over Allie's corpse with a crossbow bolt in his neck, and Hangman's Alley burns around you. But this is not the future. The earrings have been destroyed. You've personally mended your bridges with your fellow pirates. You haven't hid from your past. You've acknowledged your wrongdoing and asserted that you are a different person. You are Isla Vanois, captain of the ocean's breast. You remember the card you drew for the future back in that tarot card reading, the well reversed, a card of destruction and endings. But it wasn't Isla's end it was foretelling. It was Bloody Jack's. You remember Gallows declaring that Bloody Jack is dead and buried. That was the ending. And endings are also a chance for new beginnings. You also think of how you've worked to understand what you did so that you and all those that Jack affected could find closure. And you feel reassured in this as you race and reach your obelisk. Chi, you see yourself setting aside your own needs for your family in their time of struggle. You see yourself doing the same very thing for your found family. You see yourself standing before Selune and seeing your accomplishments not measure up, your greatest fear. And you see Father Mackenzie and Shar snuffing out Selune's light. But Father Mackenzie is dead, and you are not a failure. You are a high priestess of Selune. You liberated Braylock from Shar's followers, and without you, your family would have fallen apart and your friends would have perished more times than you can count. They need you, and they need you to be strong, and they need you to care about yourself. And you reach your obelisk as you remember your future card, the Hierophant, discovering setting your own values and your belief system, and you think of your interactions with Selune, the vestige you now wield in her name, how your understanding of your own beliefs may have morphed and grown over time. You may not always believe in yourself, but your goddess does, and her light has never faltered. Darren, you see yourself getting word that your wife's ship never made it to port. You remember that spiraling into depression. You see your best friend just trying to encourage you, and you see yourself doing the best you can to be the dad to your found family that you couldn't be for your son. You see yourself and your friends trapped in bottles on Adrillis's shelf, inches away from the assurance, stuck in an endless loop. But you didn't lose the chance to be a dad. Your family is whole and is waiting for you. Adrillis is defeated, and now everyone will know of his crimes. And though your friends rely on you, you know that you can also rely on them. You remember your cup, the 10 of Cups reversed, seeking harmony and connection in your relationships. At the time, it reminded you of your lost loved ones, and you didn't see its importance. But not only was it about reconnecting with your wife and your son, but it's also about your relationships that you've built with your party as well. It was possibly the most fitting card you could have gotten, because they were there, they were alive, and you did reconnect with them. Hoots, you see yourself watching your master falling unconscious. You see yourself being tasked with finding a cure. You see the things that really just make you afraid for the future, being confronted by the curse of undeath while trying to uphold your devotion to the balance that death represents. And then one of your greater fears, Lady Death denouncing you for your failures as Arthok unleashes Cthulhu and tips the scales of life and death out of balance. But you know that death is on your side. You are a master of the way of the long death. Not only that, but your master has been saved and the monastery is behind you. And you've ended this curse, and you know how to seal this threat away. You remember your future card, 4 of Cups reversed. Introspection and meditation, but also reintegrating with the world around you. You think of how you've opened up to your friends over the course of this campaign. You think of how far you've come from the sheltered monk you were that had never left the monastery, never even spoken to anybody else. And now you have found an understanding of life and death that very few can. As Orellana runs to her obelisk, she remembers being ripped away from her parents when she was a young child, being alone for most of her life with nothing but questions about her past. She sees other Genasi being ripped away from the material plane and separated from their loved ones. And then she sees a future where Cthulhu is decimating the material plane and then turning his attention to the elemental planes. But she isn't alone. She found her family and they are safe. And she found friends to stand beside her. And she is one of the deadliest archers in all the realm. Cthulhu will not make it to the elemental planes, and he won't make it to the material plane, and he will be sealed away, and she intends to make sure of that. She remembers her future card, the High Priestess reversed, learning to listen to yourself, to your heart, learning to trust yourself more and not blame yourself or feel guilty for things that have been outside of her control. A lot has happened outside of Orellana's control, but she weathered each obstacle well and knows that she has friends and family waiting to support her. Revan, you see your brothers and sisters struck down in a brutal war. You see being experimented on and exploited. You see yourself struggling to even know who you are, let alone what you are. And then you see a possible future watching your kind dwindle and disappear with time. But you won't be exploited anymore. You defeated the one that wronged you. You know you have a keen mind for magic and machinery, and you know you can find a way to save your kind from extinction. You remember your future card. 10 of Pentacles. A card of completion, accomplishment, and wealth. You think of your success in creating your own vestige. Quite the accomplishment. You think of how you've recovered your memories over the course of the campaign. You think of how you have found more of your kind along the way, and how you've perhaps uncovered the secret to creating more. And while you are certainly monetarily wealthier than you were before, there's another way we think of wealth, a wealth of knowledge. And you have accumulated quite a bit of knowledge over the course of this campaign. Ronan, you see your mother dying. You see flashes of yourself living on the streets and stealing to get by. You remember that feeling of poverty, seeing the shadow in the mirror for the first time. And then you see a future where Shar and her shadow creatures wreak havoc on the land. But your shadow can't haunt you anymore. If anything, you haunt it. You may have lost your mom, but you did find your dad. And more than that, you found people to confide in that will fight for you. And you remember your future card, the 7 of Cups. Learning not to look for illusions, money, or things that glitter, but to look deeper. You've had opportunities to walk darker paths. You've had to look inward to find what choice is right for you. You know now that you aren't alone. There is good in the world as well as bad, and the people around you will never abandon you. None of you set out to be heroes. You all had different reasons for boarding that ship to Edgewater all those months ago, but a lot has changed over time. You weathered trial after trial, and when all of Kadath's defenses were slowly taken away, it was the 7 of you that still stood up to defend her. You all arrive at your obelisks with your statues and your coins in hand.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
On the count of 3, you put your coins in, you put the statues in, and you feel the entire island shudder as all those chains start to tighten. And Darren, you're standing right in front of it. You watch those chains tighten, and it pulls those doors shut, and you see Cthulhu sealed away. The chains themselves have these runes that just glow this sort of aqua blue color, and the whole thing just sort of shudders, and there's a kind of a loud boom and crack of sound as they finally shut closed. And all is calm. For a split second.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the sealing of Cthulhu, the island, as it always does, has decided to tell you to leave.
Mm.
All the walls around you start to become slick with blood. The smell of iron fills the air, and these sort of pulsing kind of bulbous sacks of flesh start to grow and sprout from the ground. What do you all do?
Okay, sound effects.
Get the hell out of here.
Think
Gonna
we
run?
all need to meet back up.
How high is this is at the very bottom of the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
How high is that?
Oh God. Probably definitely over 100 feet.
Is it less than 500 feet?
Oh,
Hang on. Let me just do a quick little.
she's like, yeah, we're not done with our shenanigans just yet.
Also, don't mind me totally just fucking crying over here.
It's fine. I
Right?
was
Oh my
also
God.
I'm
starting to cry. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it's less than 500 feet.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Dimension Door
Uh-huh.
to go back up to the top.
Okay. There is, I will say, like, at the very, very top, like, there's definitely gonna be, like, which side of the chasm there's, because I guess we're separated into 4 quadrants, right, on the island.
Yeah, okay.
It's a big circular chasm. You know what? I'm gonna put you all back on the this guy. So, when we look at our lovely little island map, we've got what? We've got kind of 2-ish. Okay, we've got for sure there's like what? 1 oh man, damn. I should have like written this down somewhere and maybe I did. I know for sure there's 1 in each quadrant. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 at the bottom.
So
Oh,
6.
wait. No, 1 of those is the living jungle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 in
5.
the thing, in the room. 5. And then there's a deeper one.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's 2. Maybe it's 2 at each. 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll say it's 2 at each. 2, 4, 6, 8. So basically everybody's scattered to the different corners of the island. You know, some of them are closer to the center than others, but the big column, the big chasm, is kind of like a big circular chasm. So which are you, north, south, east, or west of that chasm at the top of the chasm?
I think probably north.
Okay. You're at the top north. Cool. So at least for 2 of you, he's very, very close, and the rest of you will have to figure out how to cross the chasm or run around or whatever.
So I can use my ring twice, right? So I can use it again to come up and meet Benji. Oh my god.
No, I didn't get it. Can you
don't mean to do
Can
it.
you do it again? I was on the map. Can you do it just for me?
What?
Yay!
That's
That makes me
so
I really don't
silly.
mean to do it. I'm really just trying to
I
like
think you do
know
mean
the
to do it.
So what was it again? There were 2. Was it?
Was it 2?
You can use it twice.
Was it
Two.
2?
Right.
Fuck. That's crazy.
So I can use the ring twice, right, per day. So I can go up and meet, because we're all still connected using his
Yeah.
spell. So I can go up
Yeah.
and meet him with my dimension door.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna do
y'all
that.
are all kind of okay. Some of y'all are dimension dooring to get closer to each other. You know, for flavor, some of these big bulbous like sacks of flesh start to split open, and for those of you that died on the island, it's like yourself and bloody and awful, and they're just chasing you and stuff. It's cool. It's a cool time. So
It makes me think of Little Shop at the end. The like flowers.
yeah, it's fine. Okay, so Isla, who are you gonna run up to and then dimension door across with? We never really decided who was going to what quadrant of the island.
Right.
Probably something we should have done. Hindsight,
okay.
2020.
I'll
Next
grab
campaign.
Chi. We'll
Okay.
say I grabbed Chi.
Isla grabs Chi, and they are with Darren. Hoots for sure can fly from wherever he is.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can also fly.
I also
Revan
took
can
also
dimension
fly.
cord.
And then you can. Okay, so there's really just no point for any of all of this.
I don't know about Orlana.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'll go
Or-
get
yeah.
Orlana then.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So really, we just have a magical solution for this whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's
I
fine.
can cast Dimension Door like 3
It's
more
fine.
times.
I
it's
made
fine.
you all cry, and that was enough for me.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah, so you all magically get back together. Revan, I'm gonna need you to make another Arcana check to
Another
use
Arcana?
that plain amulet. Get us all back home.
Pop off to also
Wouldn't
make
it be
an arrow.
awkward if I failed this?
That would be crazy, because then you'd like...
It's okay. We got a 24.
Okay, you're fine. You guys go back
Kobe.
to the material plane. Yay!
Oh
Now,
my gosh. Okay.
Oh, repercussions.
yes, it is
Oh,
time
oh,
for me
God.
to narrate what has happened.
Yeah, because how long were we gone? Because time went, right?
Oh.
I feel
Oh.
like I should still be playing some
Oh,
sort
yeah,
of...
because time is different.
Yeah.
Let's do-
So
Should we let Mortimer out of the bag of holding, or
He
just leave
can
him?
now.
he
Yeah,
can
once
just
we
stay
get
there.
back, we're gonna let Mortimer out. I'm gonna let Mortimer out of the bag.
Okay.
That's. Oh,
So-
I hate this.
Let's narrate what happened for each of these attacks while you guys were away. Okay? So,
Okay.
I've got it written out for each city. I made my rolls several days ago, so we're all good.
Oh.
Let's start with Edgewater. You worried about Edgewater quite a lot when you were divvying up forces. You ultimately decided to send the fewest number of allies here. When the undead army first reached the shore of this city, they found it extremely difficult to make landfall. The elementals created barriers that made it hard for the army to progress. While they were slowed and cordoned off, the spellcasters hit them with a barrage of spells. Once they were finally on land, their numbers had dwindled enough to make them easy pickings for the warriors of the wood and the marshals in the fortune's favored party. And then the city guard was able to pick off whoever was left.
Heck yeah.
Pelamari.
Oh.
Pelamari was definitely in the worst shape out of the 3 cities. With that in mind, you spared no expense on shoring up their defenses with strong allies. When the army approached the city, they found themselves in an ambush. Ocean's Breast and half the pirates of Hangman's Alley were lying in wait, ready to surround them. While under a barrage of cannon fire, Zephyr and the other spellcasters sent out large area of effect spells, and what remained had to contend with the forces of Braylock, Elementals, and the Order of the Platinum Shield. Alamthir was also at a disadvantage, and still feeling the effects of Umberlee's wrath. You sent several allies to the city's aid, but was it enough? When the army approached the shore, they were met with a blockade of ships from the other half of the Pirates of Hangman's Alley. The cannon fire was intense, but when a group of undead swarmed Wanda's ship and overwhelmed her, they were able to break the line and get through. The army then faced off against the elementals, with the simulacrum Zephyr casting spells to provide further help. Though the elementals seemed distracted by the blockade failing so suddenly, the Order of the Platinum Shield and the forces from the Soaring Monastery made quick work of those that made it to land, but the sheer number of enemies was getting overwhelming. Just when things seemed to be getting out of hand, a massive hulking ship emerged from the clouds, seemingly on fire. It made it just past the shore before essentially nosediving into the harbor and exploding on impact.
Yep.
Fucking Bill Malbona.
Oh, blaze of glory.
The battles across Kadath raged on. Your allies were strong and most were holding their own, but the number of enemies were also quite great. Just when the tide seemed close to turning in the enemy's favor, a group of forces teleported onto each scene. 3 in Pelamari, 3 in Alamthir, and 4 in Edgewater. In Edgewater, we see a drow wizard send a wall of fire straight through a horde of enemies across the beach. Shortly after, we see a 4-armed warforged charge straight through the fire and into the army on the other side, slicing down foe after foe. We see a half-elven woman deftly cut down one enemy after another before they even get a chance to notice her, and just as an undead swordsman goes to swing at Ren, we see a flash of green light and watch that swordman disintegrate into a pile of ash as an aging sorcerer who cast it steps out of the shadows and pulls Ren into a hug. In Pelamari, we see a minotaur with a broken horn raise a hammer over his head as lightning rains down from the sky, decimating a group of undead. We see a half-elven man in a feathered cap trap a group of enemies behind a wall of force as a dwarven woman leaps over the wall right into the middle of them. Seconds after she swings her blazing axe, we see their heads roll across the ground. The Minotaur walks up to Orthok, who is almost the spitting image of him, and the two clasp arms. In Alamthir, we see a sorceress torch a horde of enemies with a blast of fire. A woman with raven wings zooms through the air, slashing down undead left and right. And as an enemy makes a mad dash for the city, we see a pale wizard outstretch his hands and watch as the monster rapidly decays and withers before collapsing to the ground. Simulacrum Zephyr looks over at the wizard and then flicks him off. The losses were great in number, but of the allies you called on, the losses weren't great in number, but of the allies you called on, you did lose a few elementals, One-Eyed Wanda, and perhaps most tragic of all, Bim Balbona.
Oh, okay.
Wanda, your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Bim Balbona, you will be remembered for going down in a blaze of glory.
Yep.
Yeah, legitimately, it was completely random. Like that,
so
like
funny.
he died due to a role. Like,
I love that.
it's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna change the music up just once more, and then I've got one last thing to read before I call on you guys to share some of your
I'm
stuff.
just gonna keep crying. It's fine.
This is
When
crazy.
she finally brought the Mythic 6. That's
Hey,
crazy.
yeah, I mean, of course.
That was great.
Of course. We'll do.
They're finally back.
They're back.
They're finally back. Good grief. Okay.
Convenient timing.
The running joke of this whole campaign is kind of that you guys have been fighting this great threat and nobody really knew it. But after these last several attacks on these cities, the secret is out. It isn't long before everyone learns of the part you played in Kadath's survival and Aurelia's continued era of peace. After a few weeks, you all gather in Edgewater, the city where you really solidified yourself as a group, the city where you got your ship, where you picked your oh-so-silly name. The arena where you faced off against Fortune's Favorite is packed, but now they cheer your names. You enter the arena, and a stage has been erected at the center. Oh, hang on, I just lost my page. Great, we love it. Where is it? I lost it completely. At the center. As you approach it, You see familiar faces in the crowd, your respective family members, the monks of the Soaring Monastery, the pirates of Hangman's Alley, Fortune's Favored, Mortimer, officials from each territory and colony in Kadath. Literally everyone is here. You stand before the stage and you watch Sabella Dark help an elderly man in a wheelchair approach the stage. He is a very, very old tiefling with purple skin, white hair, and pale pink eyes that regard you behind half-moon glasses. Probably all of you, aside from Isla and Revan, recognize this individual as Casimir Dark, former Prime Minister of Morrigan and a major player in the War of Dragons.
Who's this?
He waves a hand and magically amplifies his voice. It is a pleasure to come before you today to honor an exemplary group of people for their heroic deeds. It is one thing to rise up with those around you to defend the innocent from evil, but it is another thing entirely to fight that battle alone when your allies are few and help is far away. Kadath, Aurelia, thanks you for all you have done. To recognize you for these noble deeds, we would like to award you with medals and dub you honorary members of the Council of Harpies. 7 individuals step out holding your medals. Isla Vanois, you are awarded your medal by Ash, the Changeling Wizard. Chiyami Kani, you are awarded your medal by Teofila Abantuono, the Dwarven Fighter. Darren Sycamore, you are awarded your medal by Karak Thunderhoof, the Minotaur Cleric. And Hoot, you are awarded your medal by Chadriel the Unmatched, the Half-Elven Bard. Orlana Horaneth is awarded her medal by Elzaris, the Asimar Rogue. Ronan Cananthri, you are awarded your medal by Tanari, the Kalishtar Sorceress. And Revan, you are awarded your medal by Pierce the Warforged Fighter, your old friend from your once lost memories. It is a day of celebration and joy, and after you've had your fill of partying and start to wind down for the night and get some rest, you finally find that ever-present sense of dread and that unease that has just hung over you for this whole adventure is finally gone. And for the first time in a long time, you all truly feel safe. So, how do our heroes spend their lives in the next couple of years? I think we should all roll a d20, and whoever's highest gets to... Oh no, everybody's crying.
Oh my god.
Thank Amanda really
Oh my
quick
gosh.
for everything she's
Yeah.
done for us.
Oh my god!
Now
Like
I'm crying.
I had teared up earlier, but
Yeah.
It's the
like-
tarot cards, man. I don't know about y'all, but like that stuff freaks me out.
That was spooky.
That's pretty
That
freaky.
scared
Yeah.
me.
Like,
But
absolutely wild.
the like medals from like the previous
I
like,
know.
OCs,
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
oh,
Ugh.
I couldn't resist. All right, roll a d20.
ah,
Well, it wouldn't be
oh.
it wouldn't be ending off well unless I didn't roll shit. I got a 1.
I want to.
Y'all are crazy.
Okay, who got the highest?
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Not me, no.
I got an 18.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. 17.
I also got 17.
Okay, 18.
Oh,
What does Isla do in the next couple of years?
shit.
So Isla goes off with the Ocean's Breast and Allie, and I'd like to picture that in the next couple of years they sail around together and they try to create some like treaties between pirates and different like places and locations to try and maybe turn some of these pirates toward a more legitimate like line of work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they can still do their shady shit when they need to, but like, you know, hide them
I
real.
think in the coming years you're fairly successful, because I think a lot of these pirates would have received pardons for their efforts to like fight against these
Save the
undead
world.
armies. For sure you and Allie would have gotten full pardons. So those that are willing can switch to privateering. We definitely don't get everybody though. Like,
Of course.
for sure the butcher's not gonna be in on that at all. At all. And probably a couple others. But yeah, absolutely. I think at some point Allie would ask if you are interested in sailing the Astral Sea.
Definitely. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so with probably some help from your more spellcaster friends, y'all would go do that. Because he can't age there. So I think the prospect of getting to just sail with you forever is
For a long time.
Is exciting to him.
Yeah.
All right, everybody else, roll a d20.
Oh, okay. It's every
Again.
time.
Oh,
Again.
okay.
Again.
It's again.
Oh.
11.
11.
I also got 11.
10.
16.
Is 16 the highest? Okay. Ronan.
I made notes so I didn't forget anything. Okay. So I think I don't think that Fame necessarily agrees with Ronan. So I think
Shocker.
she settles. But I think she like feels like still kind of connected to Pelamari. So I think she and her dad probably settle like right outside the city.
Yeah.
And I think she like, because she grew up there, I think she like anonymously funnels money towards the poorer areas that are not going to get attention in the rebuilding to like make sure that they're, you know, built up, but like fully anonymously, doesn't tell anybody she's doing it.
For sure.
I think she keeps in touch with Escher and make sure to get with him and ask him like about, I think she takes an interest in the Shadowfell and like ends up getting to know him pretty well.
Yeah.
And I so here's how I think this happens. I think the first time she and her dad get in an argument, I think she goes to Escher and is like, I need to get out of town and cool off. Is there anywhere in the Shades that like you could use me to get out of town? And I think she sort of kind of collabs with the Shades, but I don't think she officially joins. I think that would be too much of a commitment. But I think she like sort of helps out there so she can do the intel sort of thing and use her skills some. And less serious note, I think she goes full tattoos and full piercings. And I think at least one of her tattoos she asks Darren to design.
Yo.
Vindrig is so happy to be a part of your life, and he's definitely going to take every opportunity to try and like make up for lost time. And he is a spellcaster, so I think he enjoys the fact that you have some magical prowess as well, so I think y'all will bond over that. And I think he would also, you know, use whatever abilities he can to help Pelamari as well. So yeah, I think he's pumped to be a part of your life, and he will also, you know, try to fill you in on knowledge of the Shadowfell, and you'll probably visit there from time to time just to get a better understanding of it and like sort of get in touch with that, because like that's kind of connected to your magic and who you are. So I think that's important. Yeah, vacation in Balaka. Let's go hit up Barovia. Crazy. Wonderful. All right, everybody else, roll a d20.
Yeah.
We have a 4 and a 4.
I also got a 4.
15.
15.
I also got a 15.
Rollies!
Oh,
Right.
rollies. All right, give me. I need to roll actual. I'll roll after this.
How do we keep rolling so many of the same number?
It's
That's
crazy.
insane.
Okay.
Because we're
The dice gods.
We're just like
Oh.
this.
Yeah.
7.
I got a 13.
Chi.
Okay. She returned to Braylock and started a school in the church there. She managed for a time, but a life of ruthlessly putting others before herself did catch up with her at last. At the behest of her peers, she rested, and she came to know of her constant rather than conditional self-worth. She thought of both of her families often and reached out to them when she could, except for Darren. She knew she wouldn't be able to put her feelings for him aside without distancing herself. Amanda's face is hilarious.
Sorry,
but-
I've known about this forever. And I've been like, ugh, the unrequited love.
I know. Yeah, but I feel like, I feel like that's like the best thing, like, for her is like just like resetting a little.
Yeah.
So
I think that's fair. I think that's super fair. Yeah, and I think all the followers are like, take a break. Like, go treat
Yeah.
yourself. Like, you know?
mhm.
But like I definitely like the devotion to Salune, like you definitely have an impact, you know, by starting that school, by training people, like that her influence is growing and that is felt, and like it's of course important for you to take a break, but you also know that you have done so good with the work that you have done as well. Like you've earned the break, you know. Wonderful. And I do have the epilogue for Orlana, even though Caroline was not able to join us for this final episode. So in the next couple of years, Orlana finds the courage to reconnect with her family. Since there is nothing tying her down, she decides to stay with them and leave adventuring behind, for now. She's excited to grow closer to her family and create the life she has always wanted. So finally she reconnects with her family. Roll a d20, the rest of you. We have a 10.
11.
11.
4.
4. Revan.
All right.
Spicy.
Revan now free to choose his own path finally, free from any, controlling parties. Decides to
what? Nothing.
Decides he wants to reach out to the butcher and see if she'll take him as part of her crew.
She absolutely will.
Adventure some, see more of the world, while also looking into the research he was doing about restoring Warforged to their former numbers.
And what was that other thing you were researching?
And he also will take some time to start looking into some darker magics to try and prevent anything like what happened before from ever happening again.
Which is what?
Warforged,
which is what specifically?
Dark magic?
Just
so start with an L and then
light dabbling in some lichdom.
Crazy.
Light dabbling.
So
nothing.
Just to
crazy.
be perfectly transparent, in your voyages with the butcher, you do learn that she is, if we were to put her on an alignment scale, she would be chaotic evil. She does enjoy killing people.
It's
and
for the adventures, isn't it?
She does view human life as expendable.
That's part of the fun.
Okay, all right.
I love it.
Amazing. You would also learn that, like, perhaps if you continue to study and
fuck.
devote your attention to it, you perhaps could unlock the secret of lichdom, but you know that there will be a cost. Probably to your body and also to your mind. Like, you may lose yourself in the process. Like, so you'll have to weigh whether your mind is strong enough to overcome that process, or if in achieving lichdom you will lose your desire to protect your own kind. Like, you'll lose the very reason why you hunted for it in the first place. So that'll be something you'll have to grapple with.
Yeah.
I also think Pierce would be desperately just trying to reconnect with you and just kind of be like, oh, you sure you want to hang out with the butcher? What if you come garden with me and Tylock? We can pick pumpkins and it'll be great. He will desperately be trying to save your soul all along the way.
That's funny.
And you would also learn that he went through a very similar experience to you, where he was captured, he was manipulated, he was experimented on for decades. So you certainly have a lot in common, but he never had the magical prowess that you had.
Gotcha. I would also start going by noble again. So only the people that knew me from before all of this stuff would know me as Revan.
I see. Nice. Interesting. We'll have to check up on Revan in a few years, see how he's doing. All right.
Don't worry about Revan.
Ew. Benji and MJ, roll a d20 for me.
So funny. All right.
6.
6.
Oh, 10.
10. MJ.
All right, perfect. So Hoots enters into his monastery with newfound energy and resolve, understanding that from his perspective, he was so blinded by the monastery, and how, in a way, just due to his master's illness, there may be other people who have uncurable diseases or afflictions upon them. So within the next couple of years, he decides to try his damnedest to convince his elders to open up the monastery, not only to the island, but also the rest of the world, and also seek out individuals who have, quote unquote, uncurable diseases, afflictions, try to solve them. And of course, if there isn't any chance to solve them, of course, give those people their last rites as they move on to the next plane, next world.
Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, you'll find that opening up the monastery is such a useful thing. There are quite a number of, we call them crossings, these sort of bridges between the material plane and the Feywild, or even other planes of existence. And there are numerous people that have been affected or afflicted by things from other planes, and the stuff on the material plane isn't always enough. And so having this knowledge that you've gained through your adventures and the things that you've acquired along the way to help treat these people is so valuable and so crucial. And for those rare cases when you don't have what they need, you are able to usher them into the afterlife with a feeling of peace and resolve, which is exactly like what you've been trained to do. And you know that Lady Death herself is pleased and proud of you for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Darren.
So after 8 years of being separated from his wife and son, Darren realizes that he can't bear to be apart from them again, even for the short amount of time that it would take for a fishing voyage. So Darren and Adine and Finn will move to Edgewater from Wexlin, and they will establish kind of an inn, kind of a B&B situation for travelers and adventuring parties, so that they'll have a safe place to come and to rest, have a good home cooked meal, have some good pancakes for breakfast, and just have a place to be secure while they're on their travels. He'll also connect with Mortimer a bit more in Edgewater. Get Mortimer to mentor Finn a bit, as well as commissioning sets of the magnificent manuscripts of messaging for the other members of the Yo-Ho-Hos who would like them, so he can keep in touch with everyone.
Delightful.
And Finn will grow up with a cat who with two loving parents and a cat who never dies.
Mortimer is so excited to have a pupil under his wing. Of course, he loves having Finn there to help with, different inventions and experiments. And Finn is there to watch the first prototype of the next flying ship take flight.
Yay!
I was hoping
glad it was Mortimer and not Ben Balboa.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God. So, just 2 years after the medal ceremony, we see a series of letters and messages getting delivered. We see some notable characters receive these messages. An aged half-elf with a monocle and an impressive mustache, an imposing minotaur with one horn, and a fair-skinned woman wearing a crown of stars, a pale wizard with golden eyes. As they read the contents, some look contemplative, understanding, some frown, some cry. We see a pair of blue hands receive this same letter and open it up before crumbling it and throwing it away. The contents of the letter are no doubt important to a number of people, but that is a story for another time.
Wow.
What a wonderful campaign, guys.
Thank you. It was so fun. Thank you so much.
Of
Yeah,
course.
thank you for all your hard work.
I can't think of any other people I'd want to tell this story with. So,
Yeah.
on to the next one. And many more after.
Dead ass.
I love y'all. This is so fun.
That was crazy.
Hold up, I gotta drop myself down so actually I'm too tall.
A full-size heart.
I can do it.
Yes, we all need a heart. All right, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to support us, please feel free to like and subscribe. But more importantly, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you again next time.
What MJ was saying is true though. It's when I think about your changes to Curse of Strahd, and then when I think about the first Aurelian campaign, Like, it's just, as a player, like, I am like, what else can she do? How can it be better than this? I know it can be different. We'll play different characters, but how can it even surpass? And it's like, you find a way, you know?
You are so sweet.
It's true.
I really appreciate it. I'm hard on myself. So I appreciate it. Thank you for jumping into these weird worlds that I get maybe a little too obsessed with at times.
Well, make sure you take a break, please. For the love of God.
Yeah. We will take a sizable break. I do have a more than I should prepared for the next campaign.
What do you do during your planning?
I don't work. I don't do my job.
Works on this.
I have tenure. It's harder for them to fire me now.
Deadass.